my friend.
Looking for manga and anime collectibles? We have manga, toy, anime collectibles, complete collections, and so much more at Ultimate Comics.
Welcome to Ultimate Comics. We're the biggest shop in North Carolina, which makes us your pop culture destination. We have everything from Funko Pops to sideshow collectibles, Hot Toys, graphic novels and manga, a whole room dedicated to back issues filled with keys, and a giant wall filled with new comics. So come on down and see all your friends at your friendly neighborhood Ultimate Comics.
Flipping around.
We have 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. We have key issues, sets, new books, hot variants, and I mean, we do special events all the time. We just had Tankers #1 signed by Rob Venditti available on the show, and we're actually getting those shipped out right now. We're a little bit behind schedule. Well, how are you coming along with that, Rob? You gotta get these out.
I'm going as fast as I can. He's doing covers now? What the fuck? I love it.
Hey kids, want to hear about the best comic book show on YouTube? It's What to Pick Up This Week! Starring Harrison and Sienna from Ultimate Comics. Find out what books to grab each week, from the best stories to the hottest covers, and never be alone again!
What the first appearance this
The
week?
first
You
is
were like,
the Black Suit.
yeah. What? So
Yeah.
what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Marvel
Big
Comics.
new
Let's
release.
start. Yeah.
And they're also doing really cool 1 in 50 symbiote blanks.
flipping through it, and the art looks phenomenal.
Everyone's gonna be after this. I'm sure it's gonna be double, triple ratio.
So nice.
Yeah, that's him writing it. He had the obviously really long-running Flash Rebirth series. James Herron does the Ultra Mega cover, and Tilly Walden and Charlie Adler both do Walking Dead covers.
It captures everything that I love about Superman, like that wish fulfillment, that hopefulness. It's fantastic.
You want photos or you want to kill him?
I want a shot. Some people want that.
Little Francis Yu does 1 in 25, and Pepe Larraz does that little sweet 1 in 50. So a lot of really.
You have options.
Number 1.
Both covers.
Well, it's gonna
1
have
in
a lower.
25
It's
insanely.
gonna have a lower print run.
To do a really beautiful 1 in 25.
No one's gonna want that, though.
No, J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell?
Yeah.
Chewie is just like chucking Dingo.
A good horror book,
Yeah.
which this is horror as well, and has to do with the legend of the Bunny Mask.
You get a gorgeous Peach Momoko aforementioned Scarlet Witch cover. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. It is the Moon Knight exclusive by Joe Gisco.
Hey, please let us host the Eisners next year.
Rick and Morty comics. Like Die, like you.
1 in 50. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. That's a good. Now that's a look.
Now that's a look.
The ears.
That's a look. All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Just got
Mamo? Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo. Mamo.
I wear my sunglasses anytime I
Boy. Boy.
Give him out the Mindbreaker!
Berserker, Boom Studios.
Mr. Hybrid, I smell your hybrid. Mr. Hybrid, wandering down the avenue, swinging a cane, feeling no pain. Mr. Hybrid, I smell you.
can I say? I'm Kid Country! Yeah!
Live.
Hey y'all! Welcome to the Ultimate Comics Live Show Thursday show. It's me, Zach. I'll get up in my Wookiee hoodie here. Don't want to say, just because, poacher laws, but this is not freshly skinned. Wink. But welcome to the Thursday Night Live Show. It's your first time watching. Make sure you fill out our claim form either in the pinned comment in the chat or in the description of the show. Just lets us know where we're sending those books to and how you're going to pay for them. Pretty vital pieces of information. And then as far as shipping goes, it is $8 flat rate shipping in the continental U.S. That is both for the Tuesday and Thursday show combined, so you get both days of our shows put together in one invoice with one shipping cost, which is $8 continental U.S. And then as far as claims go, if you're claiming something in chat, make sure you put both a description as well as the letter placement. So if I have a Batman on D, say Batman D or D Batman, something, just so we know specifically what you're looking for. And then as far as multiple claims on the same item go, we do have a chat both on Facebook and on YouTube for this. So there are two separate chats. You're not going to see both of them unless you have both open somehow. And then, but we get both of them on our end in the correct order. So just trust us. Whenever we say someone claimed first, it's true. We get the live feed as accurately as possible. But I think that is it. This Wookiee hoodie is not going to stay on the entire show. I'm already sweating in it. I just promised I would on Tuesday, so here it is.
Before you do anything, though.
Yes.
George said, Zach Baca.
Yes. Sweet. And don't ask me to do a Chewie impression. I can't, sadly. But let's get the the show started. There we go. That is a completely different thing. Let's get the show started. First thing up, fitting in the theme, this would be Classic Star Wars Volume 1 from Dark Horse. This collects the original Star Wars, like the Marvel stuff, issues 1 through 7, near mint condition for $20 for this old school graphic novel up here on A. Got to get us started with some Star Wars, especially with The Mandalorian coming out yesterday. I got a chance to watch it. Daniel hasn't, so no spoilers, but do let us know in chat what you thought about it, because I really enjoyed it. Going up on B now, we have Icon number 1, near mint condition for $8. This is, of course, again, your first appearance of Icon and Rocket, and also has the first preview for Static before it even came out. Going up here on B, once again, near mint condition for $8 there.
William says, spoilers, it was good.
It was good. Going on C now, I got the entirety, all 6 issues of Spider-Man Life Story, all in very fine to near mint or straight up near mint condition for $40 for that whole set. It's going to go on here on C for one of the greatest writers, or at least one of my favorite writers, Chip Zdarsky, who wrote this series. If you don't know about this, it's really great. Pick it up. It's phenomenal. It is basically Spider-Man's life if time worked the same in the Marvel universe as it does here. So each issue is a different decade of his life as he grows up and becomes an older and older and older Spider-Man.
Aaron's coming first for that Icon on B.
Sweet. Replacing that on B is going to be Our Army at War number 211 in fine minus condition for $15. This is, of course, Our Army at War is actually technically Sergeant Rock. It's the Sergeant Rock book, even though it has a different title. But you have this great cover here with the Easy Company coming in, rolling into town, and saying, oh, look at that, look at that golden statue, and this little boy on crutches, little tiny Tim himself comes out and lets him know, hey, that's just not any statue, it's crying. So if you want to figure out the mystery behind this crying gold statue of what appears to be like a wizard or monk, that's going to be up there. Fine minus condition for $15 on B. Going on D is going to be DC Comics Presents number 27 in very fine condition for $40. This, of course, is going to be your first appearance of Mongol, who, I mean, we get to see Mongol all the time, especially recently with like the whole War World storyline with Action Comics and everything. So pretty vital character. And hey, who knows, with all the new Superman stuff with James Gunn writing, maybe we'll get to see Mongol on the big screen at some point.
That'd be really rad.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, if they just did the War World storyline as like his second movie, that would be great. Going on E for a little fun, this is Pinky and the Brain, number 23, near mint condition for $25 from DC and Warner Brothers Reading, and obviously got a great homage cover to the Jaws poster there. Once again, near mint condition, $25 going on E.
Will Mayer saying that Spider-Man Life Story is great.
Oh yeah, no, it's genuinely probably one of my favorite like recent Spider-Man stories. Like, anytime someone comes in the mall, they're like, hey, I need a good starting place for Spider-Man. I honestly just leave him there because it's a really good like character development, so you can get your understanding of the character, and you get kind of like a weird mirror version of all the big events throughout his history. But anyway, enough about this great book. Let's get another great book up here. This is going to be Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 7, featuring The Thing teaming up with a whole bunch of people there. You got Sasquatch, Colossus, Thor, Wonder Man, Hulk, and even hiding behind the sticky note, you got Namor tucked up there in the background. And this is going to be your first appearance of Champion of the Universe. Very fine condition for $25 there, going on F. Even though it's not a Fantastic Four book. It's got the Thing. It's close enough.
Yeah. Fantastic in its own right.
Yeah, exactly. Going on G now. This is going to be Raphael Bad Moon Rising, number 2. Very fine condition for $25. I picked this one out of the box just because I didn't know Raphael was such a big Creedence Clearwater Revival fan. But that's going to go down here on G. Once again, very fine condition for $25.
What is on A?
On A, that is Classic Star Wars Volume 1 from Dark Horse. It's basically an early graphic novel that Dark Horse put out, reprinting the first 7 issues of the original Marvel Star Wars series. I know that's a weird, confusing mouthful, but it's the first volume of the original Star Wars content, printed by Dark Horse, but originally published by Marvel. Is that easy? I don't know how to explain that any easier than that.
We need to get you a board and some red string.
Yeah, so I can explain all this. Going up on... What I got open? On H is going to be Daredevil 268. Very fine minus condition for $8. You have a great John Romita Jr. cover on front there. Also with Ann Nocenti helping with that coloring. I'm going to go on H here for Hell's Kitchen. Hey. And on I, let me pick out something special. Gotta be something special. It's the last book up on the board to start off with. So let's do this one. This is going to be issue 48 through 50 of Wolverine, all around near mint condition for $10 for the 3-issue set. Big thing going on in this storyline here is going to be your first appearance of Shiva, one of the deadliest assassins of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Going on high.
Couple offers.
Hit me with them while I take this hoodie off because I'm already dying. I was planning on having it on longer, but God, that is warm. Luckily, I have my Mandalorian shirt on as backup.
Say triple layered.
Yeah, no, triple layered, all layers Star Wars. I was prepared for today.
Would you do the Raphael for 15? You have it at 25.
I could do that for 18.
Would you do the Star Wars, those Tales on A for 13? You have it at 20.
Yeah, I'll do that for 13.
When Will was saying that the classic Star Wars is actually reprinting the comic strips.
Oh, is it? It's the comic strips, because it said issue 1 through 7 on the back. But it says on the back here as well, not on the sticky note, it does say it's the comic strips. So, let us know again real quick if you do want this, knowing now that it's the comic, like the news strips rather than the Marvel stuff. Because that was a bit of a miscommunication on my end.
Harris, that'll take the Raphael for
18. Sweet.
Oh, in my defense, he said Ralph.
Hey.
I'm just reading.
Raphael.
What is the condition on D?
On D, That is in very fine condition, and this one is the direct edition as well. It's not the newsstand.
Then I've got 3 offers on I.
All right.
So we've got a little bit of a bidding war at the moment. The highest offer is the second one that came in at $8 for Henry.
Yeah, I'll do the $8 for sure.
All right. William's going to pass on the Star Wars.
All right, then I'm going to put that back up here on A. So if anyone else wants this, now that we know for sure that is going to be the newspaper strip, not the Marvel stuff, up here on that graphic novel on A. On D, gonna put up my boy. This is Howard the Duck number 17 in fine condition for $5. I will let you know, I mean, other than this one thing, it's in really good condition. There is a stain on the top left of the back cover. If you want to look at it, just let me know and I can pop it out so you can take a look. But it is in fine condition for $5. You got Howard swinging on that. It's not candelabra. God, what is the name of the thing that I'm trying to think of?
Chandelier.
Chandelier, there you go. Chandelier, swinging on the chandelier from a bunch of weird monster demon muckmen. All having a nice fancy dinner going down there on I. On I. On I got up in G. On G, let's do Captain America number 200 in very fine minus condition for $10 with this absolutely phenomenal Jack Kirby cover there with both Cap and Falcon. Gonna go down here on G once again, $10, very fine minus condition for that great Kirby cover. And I believe he also does the interior art as well. Do I have any other spaces open? No. No.
Someone needs to pick up Life Story. It's
so good. It is so good.
Because you kind of get, like, teases of those classic Spider-Man stories, like, in the decade in which that story was published as well.
Yeah, and then you get, like, some alterations, like, at the end of this version of Kraven's Last Hunt, he actually comes into possession of the Venom symbiote. So Kraven is, like, Venom in this universe going forward, as opposed to introducing Eddie Brock. So, yeah, there's, like, stuff you're familiar with also some drastic changes, and I think one of my favorite things is it's either the first or second issue. There's a very serious debate Spider-Man's having of whether he should join the Vietnam War, and ends up having a conversation with Captain America to help figure it out. But yeah, just a great, great series. Man, it's so quick. I don't feel like I should take anything off, but I guess if I have to, I'll take down this graphic novel on A. And in its place, let's do the A Amazing Spider-Man 378 near mint condition for $15. I mean, it's just super iconic Bagley cover there of Venom facing off against Carnage with the disembodied head of Spider-Man kind of peeking out in the background there. Gonna go up here on A. Oh, did I forget the slant? A little bit.
What is on I?
On I, that is Howard the Duck number 17 in fine condition for $5. I mean, it's honestly in really, really good condition, other than the fact there is a stain on one of the corners on the back. But yeah, so that's Howard the Duck 17, $5 in fine condition on I. I'll replace the Sergeant Rock on B. And I'm going to replace it with this one because I thought this cover is hilarious. This is Green Lantern 124 in very fine condition for $8. I'm going to take the sticky note off so you can get the full effect. You got Hal Jordan taking on Sinestro, and he says, your women, Green Lantern, are now mine, and we'll all gladly watch you die. With a maniacal laughter there at the end. So yeah, Sinestro successfully become a chick magnet and is now holding it over Hal's head. That's going to go up here on B. Once again, that's Green Lantern 124, very fine condition for $8 up there on B.
Would you do the ASM on A for 10? You bid it 15.
I'll do that for 10.
Let's go into George Stephanopoulos.
Replacing that on A. Let's do On A now, let's do hardware number 15. This is in very fine condition for $5. Got a interesting cover here of just a regular guy holding hardware and like a choke lock while he's just enjoying a nice drink. But the big thing about this issue is this is the first ever interior art by Humberto Ramos. So once again, $5, very fine condition for hardware. 15 on A, which is the first Humberto Ramos interior art.
Chris wants to know if you would do that Star Wars trade you took down for 12. We had accepted an offer at 13.
Yeah, I'll do that for 12. It's already down. I'll do it for 12. Man, I guess I gotta do it.
That hurts.
It hurts me. It hurts me so much. I'm gonna take down Spider-Man Life Story. Don't you worry, it will come back up during last looks if you're regretting not picking it up already. But for right now on C, let's do giant size Daredevil number 1. This is in fine minus condition for $8 here. This reprints the first annual for Daredevil, where he takes on a big group of all of his different villains, and also Electro kind of tagging in for some reason there. But you have also in this, which I thought was really interesting, is there is a 5-page spread that goes over and describes and explains Daredevil's powers and his Billy Club. And then there's a bunch of full page spreads of like Daredevil, Kazar, Gladiator, and I think the Masked Marauder all in there too. So it's just really cool on top of getting that reprint of the first annual. But once again, fine minus condition for $8 there on C for the giant size Daredevil number 1.
William Page picking up hardware on A.
Alrighty. Replacing that on A, let's go with The Mighty Thor, number 217. This copy is in good to very good condition for $5 and has a great Romita Senior cover there with what I believe is supposed to be... Yeah, it's supposed to be Odin defeating Thor on the cover. Which, I mean, I guess he won in the end, because Odin's dead now. Odin's dead now, and he's stuck inside the hammer, so... I guess we know who really got out in the end.
I can give you these books so I don't trip
and die on them?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Guess I'll take down first appearance Mongol next. Down that. Replacing that first appearance Mongol on D. Let's do, Star Wars Darth Vader number 5 from Karen Gillan. So it's the second series that they did with Marvel after they purchased it again. Near mint condition for $8. Great cover there of Darth Vader about to defend himself against 2 lightsabers. I want to say, if I remember correctly, this was the storyline where they had a weird Mon Calamari, like General Grievous character, so I think this might be the issue where he faces off against him, but I could be slightly off on that. I remember it was somewhere around this time period they introduced to Mon Calamari, who had General Grievous's body.
George picking it up.
Alrighty. Next up on D, let's do Detective Comics issues 751 and 752. Both are in very fine to near mint condition. Both these issues together are going to be $6 for you. You got this great cover here with Batman's hand being wrapped in the vines of Poison Ivy, and then you have the other cover with Poison Ivy and a bunch of kids in gas masks. That is going to go up here on D for Detective. 751, 752. Both in very fine to near mint condition for $6 for those 2 issues.
Gustavus is picking up the detective on D.
I picked all these up thinking they were the same thing. They were all different.
Oh.
Whoopsie. But let's do this one's case.
This guy a little bit too.
I think this one's also a bit slanty. There we go. Going on, was the detective that just got picked up? Yeah. Alright, so going on D to replace that detective. Hey, it's the namesake, or at least part of the namesake of some of our preview books tonight. So let's put up Star Wars The Mandalorian, Issue 1, A cover, near mint condition for $5 up here on D. I mean, do I really have to say more? It's a really nice cover of the Mando there. And I mean, Mandalorian's just a great character, great series. So,
It's the header photo for the event for
they're
tonight.
nice. See? Even more the namesake of our previews tonight. I think it's time to take down old Pinky in the Brain on E here.
Any Silver Age Avengers?
I didn't see any in the boxes, but I'll keep an eye out. But in the meantime, going on E, let's put Justice League Quarterly number 14. This is a near mint condition for $5 with this great Mike Mignola cover.
Love that cover.
Yeah, no, it's so good. And then this is also going to have your first appearance of the second Judo Master and your first appearance of the third Jack-O-Lantern. Going to go down here on E for that Justice League Quarterly.
Such a good use of light and shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Chiaroscuro. Random words I remember from art history.
It's more than I know because I don't even take art history. Take down this Marvel 2-in-1 annual on F, and I'm going to replace it with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic number 39 from Dark Horse Comics. This is in very fine to near mint condition for $9. Just got a super great painted cover there of these two bounty hunters facing off on the cover. That's going to go down here on F. Let's see.
Right. William's picking up that Star Wars on F, but yeah, I would still say to take something down so we can free up a little bit of...
Yeah. Take down that cap on... Nope, wrong spot for that. Taking down that cap on G as well. And let's see, going on F now. Let's replace that with a Spawn 301. Is this an acetate? No, it's just a printed on cover. I thought it was an acetate. Yeah, no weird. But this is be Spawn 301, near mint condition for $5. Got this great cover here of Spawn reaching for a crown while he's standing in front of the shadow of the cover for Spawn number 1 in the background. But that is going to go down here on F for $5. That's Spawn 301. And then on G, let's do... Oh, actually... We need a little preview book. Should I be running these as sets or should I be running them as separates? Because there's only one copy of both of these. Do we have the extras?
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Okay, I didn't know
There's
we
so
had
many of those.
Yeah, I didn't know if we had them around somewhere other than here.
Yeah, so run it, trade dress, and then also the set for that other price. Because we don't do the virgin covers by themselves.
I gotcha. Alrighty. I'm going to do this one. I love this one. So going up next, one of our preview books of the night. This is going to be Star Wars number 1, or Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters number 1. This is the Ultimate Comics exclusive that we did with Boba, IG-11, or IG-88 in this case, and Bosk all on the cover there for $25. And then we also have a set where you get both this version and this version for $60. So I'm going to put this one down here for $25 on G, and if you want that set, just say G set, and that will let us know.
You moved them real quick, the camera just didn't know what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is it all blurry now?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Just, when you moved it was just like...
Oh, goody.
And then Aaron said, whoa, it looks like Daniel floated over towards Zach.
He did.
That's right.
That's how graceful Daniel is.
That's after I moved the box.
Yeah. He got his little fumbles out, and now he's graceful enough to fool you into thinking that he's just floating around.
That's right. Live show specter.
Live show specter. We don't need any more ghosts here in the warehouse. Please stop. Man, I I got so much, or actually no books left in my stack back here, so. Oh my god.
Alright, somebody's gotta pick up Mandalorian on D. How are we gonna have like a Mando semi-special and not be able to sell Mandalorian #1?
Yeah, and I'm looking at a lot of Mando books over here. Let's roll with these to add to my little stack back here. And I'm going to take down this Daredevil on H real quick. And I'm going to replace that with an Amazing Heroes magazine, number 100. This is in fine to very fine condition for $10, and this whole issue is dedicated to the one, the only Jack King Kirby. It's got a bunch of articles focusing on Kirby from a bunch of different artists and writers. I didn't have enough to list them all in here because it's literally just 60 pages of Jack Kirby. But some of the big things here, obviously you got this great Jack Kirby and Steve Rude cover for this magazine. And on top of that, you have a interview with Jack and Roz Kirby themselves. So that's going to go down here on H, once again, for $10 on that Amazing Heroes 100.
Let's go to Aaron.
Alrighty. Replacing that then is gonna be, hey, would you look at that, my boy's back once again. This is gonna be Howard the Duck, #1 from the, I think this is gonna be the, yes, this is the #1 from the second Chip Zdarsky Howard the Duck series, because they had 2 different series in 2015. One was 5 issues before Secret Wars. This one was 11 issues after Secret Wars. This is the first issue for the 11-issue run going on H. Obviously, it is the rap album cover that they were doing around the same time, the homage covers that they were doing at that time. Also, this is going to have your first appearance of Gwenpool in story, your first appearance of Wolvertini, a.k.a. Weapon 2, a squirrel modified by the Weapon Plus program.
Sounds amazing.
And your first appearance of Shocket Raccoon, which is a clone of Rocket Raccoon. And also, hey, don't leave out, there's also a clone of Howard the Duck, which is a callback to issue 2 of the 5-issue series that they did before Secret Wars. Because the Collector was kidnapping them and was like, well, you need someone to procreate with, but you're the only ones in existence. So he just made female clones of both of them.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so first appearance Gwenpool, first appearance Shocket Raccoon, first appearance of Wolvertini, so many first appearances, and it's issue 1, and it's one of those rap album covers that were super popular and are still in pretty high demand from people I get asked about all the time.
Oh yeah, we're constantly, every couple shows, get someone who's at least asking for either specific or just hip-hop covers in general.
Yeah. Well, I guess, even though it hurts me, you know, there's a little give, there's a little take when it comes to Howard. So I'm going to take down my Howard 17 on I, and I'm going to replace that with The Phantom Stranger, number 36 from DC Comics. This is in fine plus condition for $8 with this great Jim Aparo cover where the Phantom Stranger faces off against his greatest villain yet, just a snake. That's going to go down here on I. Once again, fine plus condition for $8 on that Phantom Stranger 36. just a regular run-of-the-mill garden snake. It's not even venomous.
Jennifer's picking up that Spawn 301 on F.
Alrighty. Replacing that on F, let's do, for Marvel Comics, this is Ghost Rider number 7. This is in very good plus condition for $12 here, and you got Ghost Rider taking on Stuntmaster. I will let you know, I mean, it's definitely a little beaten up. You got a little creasing and dirt on it, and then one of the major things is you do have some ripping along the staple down here on the bottom, and just a ton of creasing.
Just to bring it back into Star Wars, that Zodiac.
Oh yeah,
so it looks like the TIE Fighter.
Oh, like the window on the front. Yeah.
What is condition on G? Yeah, that's Be a near mint. It's our exclusive.
Oh yeah, they're in near mint. Yeah, and once again, we have that one single one there for $25, but you can also get a set where you get that as well as the Virgin one for $60. So if you want the set of both covers, just put G set or set G and we'll know exactly what you're looking for. Why do people start messaging me once the show's started? Is that like a curse?
The same thing was happening on my end, too.
Cool.
I haven't looked at them yet, so sorry if you are here, either of the people that messaged me.
Yeah. I don't think the people who are messaging me are watching the show, but they are just not shutting up. I just keep seeing my phone just light up back here.
Would you do I for 6? You have an 8.
I'll do that for 6, absolutely.
That is going to Keith.
Cool. Thank you, Keith. Going up next on I to replace that Phantom Stranger is going to be Vengeance of the Moon Knight, number 9, in very fine and near mint condition for $20. Got this great J. Scott Campbell cover here of Spidey and Moon Knight going in. Also, one of the few times where you just see Moon Knight using straight up a gun in costume. Because I know Jake Lockley likes his gun, because, I mean, you kind of need one as like a 1970s, 1980s New York taxi driver. But never really seen Moon Knight just still straight up pull the Glock out, the Glock out, and just be like, yeah, this is my thing now. Screw those boomerangs.
Darren wants to know if you do that Moon Knight for 15.
I'll do that for 15.
I think we just need to find a new space.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a book there in I, and I'm gonna replace the book up here on A after that.
While you're doing that too, D is picking up Ghost Rider on F.
Oh, I thought you said D at first, like the letter, and I was like, huh?
Oh, so yeah. Mandalorian is picking up. And then just, as a reminder, make sure that you are saying both the letter and what is on that letter to be considered a full valid claim.
Yeah, once again, it just lets us know exactly what you're trying to get, because, sometimes we swap a book right before you put that claim in, so you don't want the book we just put up, you want that one we just put away. It helps us out a lot.
Seth wants to know if you would do Howard, the hip-hop variant, for 20. We have it at 35.
I can do it for 26.
You're nicer than me.
Hey, that's
why you're the host.
That's why I'm the host, baby.
Nobody would want me up there. Like, no deals.
no deals. This price, I painstakingly researched this price. I'm not budging on it.
You said 26 though?
Yeah, I said 26 is my counter.
26 is good.
Hey, we got a second copy of that, so if anyone else wants that Howard the Duck hip-hop cover for $26, let us know in chat. Probably not going to find a better price for...
I'll say, it's a really good deal.
Yeah. What Daniel's conversation, the conversation we just had, what that really means is Daniel's going, you idiot.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, no, we'll have a little convo after the show. But going on I now, because I got to fill up this board again, or at least part of it. Going on I now, this would be Spawn 273 in near mint condition for $25. Got this great cover here, as well as this book is your first appearance of the Soul Crusher.
Oh, Soul Crusher is doing some stuff in Scorched right now, too, for anybody that's reading.
Scorched?
Yes. That's fair.
Now I'm going to get 2 talkings to after the show. I just dug myself a deeper hole.
Alright, so would you do C for 5? You have it at 8?
Yes, I'll do that for 5.
5 was 8, D something. So I'm trying to catch up with claims. Would you do Spawn on I for 18? You have it at 25.
I can do that for 20 even.
I forgot to put the N in Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah, Chris, let us know if 20 even works. It is a really rad cover, though. Jeez.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great one. That's the one thing is I'll be completely honest. I have not read too much Spawn. I've read like the first couple volumes in like those Origins collections. But the one thing I can say is that like the cover art for Spawn is just almost always on point. Like it's always just great.
Any Hulk tonight?
Yeah, I can keep an eye on Hulk. Is there any like specific era you're looking for? Like, are you looking for modern or bronze or silver or just any Hulk?
Let us know. Yeah, some of my favorite covers are Spawn covers. Like I love the cover for issue 2.
I love Angela's first appearance cover. Is that
Yes.
issue 9, I want to say?
Yeah, 9.
That cover is phenomenal.
There's one...
Also, I remember when that was like the biggest thing when Angela got moved over to Marvel. And then it feels like they haven't really used her. And then I just saw her all of a sudden pop up, I think, in the most recent Thor issue that came out this week or last week.
I haven't read that one yet, but she was in Thor like an arc or 2 ago. So
Okay.
I wouldn't be terribly surprised. I have the issue, I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where it felt like they got her in like, what was it, like 2016, 2017, and then they just kind of used her for 6 months, forgot they had her, and then have all of a sudden brought her back into the fold, which, hey, I'm not complaining about. It's just...
Same.
She just kind of disappeared for a while out of nowhere after being made such a big deal. But also there was a lot of other stuff being made a big deal at that time.
He says modern, but any rad covers.
Okay,
That Spawn was issue 273.
Yes, 273. And hey, I was just looking at this, so here we go. Speaking of boss covers, this is going to be Hulk number 27. When I got it open even. Going on, see. I got Hulk 27 from the Jeff Parker run. Near mint condition for $8. You got the Red Hulk taking on Namor in his home turf under the water. Going up here on C. Once again, near mint condition, $8 on that Hulk 27. Or... yeah, 27.
But yeah, D, I don't have you down for Spawn. That was claimed by someone else. I was just answering your question for what issue number it was. Yeah, Chris, you did get it.
Yes, and if you want more Spawn up here, let me know. I know there's more in these boxes I can for sure bring up for y'all.
I didn't mean to make it confusing.
Yeah. I gotta keep building my stack. Y'all keep going through it so quick.
Will saying they brought Angela over in Age of Ultron, and they've done a few things which didn't really sell. She's had 2 different series. She was in Guardians. She was revealed to be Thor's sister in Original Sin.
Yeah, and then they had the series where she, like, it was her solo series where that she was the queen of a realm. I couldn't remember which realm she took over though. Was she Queen of Hell? Did she take over Hell?
I don't know.
With 1 L specifically, not Hell with 2 L's, because those are different things.
Would you do Hulk on C for 5? Give it an 8.
Yeah, I can do that for 5. I actually got 2 copies of that, so if anyone else wants that Hulk 27 for 5 instead of 8, let us know.
Willie says, evening all, sorry I'm late, got my books from last week, want to say thanks for the Silver Surfer subscription card, you folks are the best.
Hey, no problem. Welcome to the show. It's no problem that you're late. Hey, you know, not all of us are perfect, and I mean, you're still here, because you know the middle of the show, and especially towards the end of the show, is always packed with the biggest stuff, so you're really kind of just in time for all that. Speaking of which, I've been lacking on putting up any new of our preview stuff, so let me put up...
Let's see. Specific Spawn issues we've got questions about too, which I don't know if we've got lined up.
Yeah, if you have like specific issue requests, send a message directly to the live show account. That way we can keep an eye on it, and if we do have it, we'll just add it to your shipment and your invoice for you. Obviously, we'll let you know first, so you're not just shocked by it. But yeah, if you have any specific issue requests, not just Spawn, but like anything, just shoot us a message, and we'll try and look out for it. But let's see, on F, let's do Star Wars Jedi Yoda. The issue number is Yoda. I don't know if you can they see that in the letterbox? The issue number is Yoda. But that is a one-shot from Dark Horse Comics. Very fine near mint condition for $30. It takes place during the Clone Wars, and there is a character who resembles Cal Kestis who makes their first appearance in this issue as well, going on F here. And their name's also Cal. Like, it's not just someone's like, oh, that kind of looks like that character. No, it also calls them Cal, so it's pretty safe to assume. But then let's go on I. Let's do Power Man and Iron Fist, number 93. Very fine condition for $8. You got the duo running along some sort of platform that is being actively melted by this gun being pointed at them. Great cover there. Very fine condition, $8 going on I for Iron Fist. Hey.
I might have missed it, but did you counter the offer on C? They were asking 5. You have
Oh, no.
Oh, we have another one?
We had it. Yeah, we had a second copy.
Sorry, I was...
No, you're all good, and I don't have any sticky notes to change the price.
You're good. I was just distracted by something else.
Can you pass me a pad of the full-size sticky notes so I can actually change prices? Perfect.
On the entire board.
Perfect.
We've got multiple
Y'all saw the
requests
perfect
for...
catch.
First try.
First try. Hey.
We've got multiple requests for more Spawn.
All right, I got you. I'll put up more Spawn here in a second. I still got to have some diversity up on the board.
Would you do Yoda for 25? You'll get 30.
Yeah, I'll do that for 25. And hey, look at that. Now I got a space to get you all some Spawn. So let me pick up one of the Spawn books.
Who said nice hands, feet?
Alright, you got me with that one. Going on F to replace that Yoda one-shot is going to be Spawn issue 275, near mint condition for $28. Another great cover here. This is going to be your first appearance of Misery, which is Cyan Fitzgerald's new alter ego. That's going to go here on F. Once again, $28 near mint condition on that Spawn. On that spot.
Alright. Got George picking up that Spawn. You put down on F.
Alrighty. Don't you worry, I got more Spawn. I'll keep it coming, but I do need to keep some variety for those who aren't looking for the Spawn stuff. So
talk to them back to back.
Yeah, exactly. So for now, going on F. Now is going to be Carnage USA #1. This is a 5-issue mini-series, near mint condition for $5, signed by Zeb Wells with a certificate of authenticity on the back. So once again, near mint condition, $25 for that Carnage USA #1, signed by Zeb Wells with COA. Now I'm going to take down my Thor up here on A. And I'm going to replace that with ROM #41 from Marvel Comics, which has ROM and Doctor Strange taking on the Living Tribunal, which, I mean, hey, that's a pretty stacked fight there. I'm surprised that Doctor Strange thinks ROM's the only one who can help him with this. But this is going to be very fine near mint condition for $8 going up here on A with that great background and everything going on there. And then, guess no one thinks this cover is as good as I thought of the Sinestro chick magnet. Going on B to replace it, though, is going to be Wonder Woman #274 in fine condition for $5. And this is going to be your first appearance of the second Cheetah. Hey, you can see her kind of in a silhouette there in the background.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know that we have Spawn 122 or not. When you're looking for individual, like specific issues, recommend messaging the show so we can check the warehouse. There's a possibility. I just can't confirm.
Can't say for sure.
John Penta is picking up Wonder Woman on B.
Alrighty. On B now, let's do DC Comics Presents #40. This is in very fine condition for $5, and you got the Man of Steel, Superman himself, teaming up with Metamorpho, which I guess you can say he's kind of like the men of many elements, not just steel. But that's going to go, once again, very fine condition, $5. Going to go down here on, where did it be? There we go. That was that space that I was trying to put that in.
That one.
Add some more books again. So I know we got people wanting some Spawn. We got someone looking for some Hulk stuff. I'm keeping an eye out for that.
Silver Age Avengers, if we have
Silver
it.
Age Avengers, if we have it. I don't think we do, but once again, I'll look through the Silver Age book.
I don't think so
Stuff
either.
box here in a second.
Zach and I think we found some earlier today that we can get priced for next week. if I
Yeah,
remember
so
correctly.
hey, keep requesting it. We'll try and get more stuff added to the boxes for you. Well, I mean, don't spam chat with it now, but it's been consistently asked enough over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, we've got some cool collections that have been sitting in the vault to be processed that I'm trying to crack open this past really couple days.
Yeah, my favorite part of the vault, doing a little bit behind the scenes reveal here, my favorite part of the vault is the one long box that's just labeled Obama.
Oh yeah, for like President's Day. and
Yeah,
stuff.
because it's not even just Obama, it's just any president book is in there.
There's just more Obama stuff than most.
Yeah, there was a lot of Obama comics. I was flipping through some of our stuff over there, and I saw an Evil Dead book that was Ash Saves Obama, and I was like, all right.
Yes.
Let's see.
Original Nova number one would definitely be a preview book.
Yeah. I guess I will take down our Mandalorian on D.
Keep waiting for them to announce something with Nova too.
Yeah, I was assuming or hoping we would get like an animated series or something for Nova. But nothing yet. Hopefully soon though. Going up on D to replace that Mandalorian is going to be Ghost Rider number 22 from the Jason Aaron run. Near mint condition for $25. Got a absolutely phenomenal cover here by Durjovic. Once again, always the GOAT when it comes to Ghost Rider covers. Gonna go up here on D. Once again, near mint condition, $25 on that Ghost Rider 22.
Charlie's saying he needs one of those Spider-Man Obama covers.
Oh yeah, the one where it's like them taking a selfie together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Probably not any tick tonight, but we can definitely keep an eye out again. Willie, what tick do you still need? I can't remember because it's been a minute. 'Cause I know we got a lot of it for you a while back. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say probably not a safe bet on that Spawn 122 in the boxes. So definitely send us a message about that because all the Spawn I've been seeing is either like 200 upward, or I've seen a few sub 100 issues in here, so probably send us a direct message about that 122 and we can keep an eye out in the warehouse.
H is in very fine near mint. It's just got like some printer rub down the spine. Willie's saying, I need to check myself to be honest, but you hooked me up pretty well. I know there are a few one-shots I'm missing. I know of some stuff that I've seen around here. I just have to track it down again.
Oh, you have to do that cover, even though it's not the number you're looking for. I'm just looking to it. It's dope. Wait, what? Oh. That continues a theme from like a month ago. Ugh. Remember that one show where we had that weird, not even a theme, it just kept happening where it kept there was just so many books where it was like characters hanging themselves.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Spawn one in there. Unless more.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I hate having to stand these things up straight. But on a side note, I do have to take down another book here. So I guess I'll take down this Justice League Quarterly on E. And I'm going to replace it with you know what? I've given the Spawn people a few things now. I'm gonna give my Hulk guy another cover. I know he said he was looking for more modern stuff, but I think this cover is absolutely great. This is in fine condition. This is Hulk, or Incredible Hulk, issue 349 in fine condition for $5. And you got Grey Hulk, other than I think at this point, Joe Fixit just bashing Spider-Man off a rooftop right there. And I just love this cover because it almost looks, even though it's not style, it's just the way it's like the posing and everything, it almost feels like a Romita cover with the way it's posed and the perspective.
I can see that.
But it is done by Pervs and McLeod. So that's going to go down here in E. Once again, $5 in fine condition for that Incredible Hulk 349.
Alright. Val and Rook, we took an offer on H actually, so if you can do 26, just $1 more than you were asking, we can definitely get you a copy of, well, I guess the last remaining copy of that Howard the Duck. Jennifer coming in first. For the
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do a new sticky note for that one. Sorry, I forgot to update our sticky note on the Howard.
This dude.
Sweet.
Not kick the camera.
And hey, you know, I just said, you know, I was giving the Hulk guy his Hulk book since I was giving you all the Spawn stuff. So hey, it feels right. I should give you another Spawn. So this is gonna be Spawn number 47, near mint condition for $10. Great Capullo McFarlane cover here of Spawn trying to evade this giant demon. That's once again $10, near mint condition. Spawn 47 going on E.
No Ultimate Fallout tonight.
No Ultimate Fallout tonight. That would definitely be a preview book if we were going to put it on the show. So hey, keep an eye on those preview posts on our Facebook page, and you might see the next time we put out one of those Ultimate Fallout 4s. Probably going to be, my next best guess would probably be right around the time Across the Spider-Verse comes out.
Chris picking up Spawn on E.
Alrighty. Replacing that on E, let's do a Werewolf by Night, number 36. This is in very good minus condition for $5. And you have, I don't know who this, they don't even say his name, it doesn't help me out. This character who, he's got almost like a, he's got a Dracula style cape, he's got the like OG Wolfman like sideburn hair, he's got weird tentacle vegetable arms, and then his legs appear to be just smoke or energy. So this dude's just got a lot going on. Very good minus condition, going for $5 on E for that Werewolf by Night. And then
for 5, you have it at 8.
For the Werewolf?
No, for the on I, the Power Man.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that for 5. I was like, huh, that was quick. Going on H, let's do OMAC, the One Man Army Corps, issue 6. In fine to very fine condition for $10. Got this, once again, great, always great Kirby cover of OMAC saving this woman from what appears to be just the average riders of the New York subway system. But that is going to go down here on H. Once again, fine to very fine condition for $10 on that OMAC number 6. And then we put on I, which I think... which I can't even believe that we're doing another one, but hey, y'all seem to be enjoying it. This is going to be Spawn 274, near mint minus condition for $20 with this another gorgeous cover by Ashley Wood. Going to go down here on I. Once again, $20, near mint minus condition for Spawn 274.
Would you do D for 19 for Brian? You have it at 25.
I'll do that for 19.
Any Mr. T?
No, I think those like 2 weeks in a row when I was putting up Mr. T books, I think I ran our current well of Mr. T stuff dry. But hey, who knows? Especially with some of how old some of these buys are and knowing Alan probably took part of them, there's probably some Mr. T out there.
I think I know where a couple might be, but they're not ready yet.
There you go. See, there is some in the warehouse. So hey, shoot us a message if there's any like specific Mr. T books, or if you're just looking for anything Mr. T, shoot us a message, and when we find those, we'll let you know.
Would you spawn on I for 15? Give it a 20.
Yeah, I'll do that for 15. Replacing that on I, let's do Wonder Woman issue 286, fine plus condition for $10, and you got on the cover here, Hippolyta mourning the death of her daughter, Wonder Woman. Fine plus condition, $10 on that Wonder Woman 286 on I. I got a space to fill up on D, so let me pull from our big stink over here. So let's do this one. This is going to be on D. We got Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1. This is the second printing, near mint condition for $8. Great Boba Fett cover here. Great action shot of him on this cover. Going up here in D. Once again, near mint condition, $8 on that Bounty Hunters #1, second printing.
Any sensational She-Hulk?
Don't think any sensational She-Hulk in the boxes that I've seen. So maybe in a future show we'll keep an eye out on the warehouse, but I don't think as of right now we have any prepared.
Would you do Wonder Woman on I for 8? You would at 10 for Joan Penta?
Yeah, I'll do that for 8.
Alright, Seth is picking up a Bounty Hunter second print on D.
Alright, I do have 2 copies, so if anyone else wants that Bounty Hunter second print, let us know. And where's that Wonder Woman?
On I.
On I. Cool.
Because Jeremy must have been the one that was asking about Amazing Heroes, because he just said he needs some Amazing Heroes comics interview, Malibu Sun, or Volume 1 Moon Knight.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we did have earlier up here, because I remember we had that request on, it was either Tuesday or Thursday last week where we had the Amazing Heroes up here. We just had up here earlier Amazing Heroes 100, which was the Jack Kirby special. But, I mean, we'll keep an eye out on the warehouse, see if we have any more volumes of Amazing Heroes. As far as first volume Moon Knight, I didn't see any in the boxes, but we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean, there was some in that collection I was going through yesterday. But, again, we haven't finished going through that yet. But, spoilers, there might be some. Any more TNT? TMNT? Wow, I shouldn't multitask.
No, you're all good. Yeah, I can find y'all some more TMNT books in here. Absolutely.
Brian's picking up the other Bounty Hunters.
Sweet.
Oh, we can't do a combo offer, so I'm going to put that back. We can't do offers on G because that's our exclusive. And then we can't do offers on D because we've already sold one at that price.
Yeah, we've already sold one there, so it would be fair to the person who already got it.
I guess so. You still take D. Okay.
Cool.
So, Brian, we got you for a Bounty Hunters second print for 8.
Alrighty. Going on D, fulfilling that request for some TMNT, let's do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 62. This is part 13, so the final part of the City at War storyline. Very fine condition for $50. This is also the final issue of this run of TMNT from Mirage Publishing. Going to go up here on D. Once again, $50. Very fine condition on that final issue of that run of TMNT. Going on I got Power Girl number 12 from the Gray Palmiotti run with a great cover by Amanda Connor. I'm going to take off the sticky notes so you can get a look at it. This is a near mint minus condition for $15 on this Power Girl number 12 going on I.
So that's gonna be next Tuesday. So next Tuesday we're going to be auctioning off Bad Ideas Playtime. I guess it's number 3 of their Secret 6 books.
Mm.
So that will be next Tuesday. Well, I guess this upcoming.
Yeah, this upcoming Tuesday. So
7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. What number is the TMNT on D?
that is going to be issue number 62, which is the final issue of that run. Very fine condition for $50 up there on D. And then feel like, I mean, the thing that's been up here longest is definitely our exclusive. I think I should probably take it down at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. Feel free to stick around, though. We still have some great books tonight.
Yeah, still got a lot of good stuff to get through tonight, both Star Wars and non-Star Wars related for our preview books. And then y'all know at this point we get a pretty good variety of back issues to go in between those sweet, sweet preview books.
Would you do I for 10? You would at 15.
I'll do that for 10. Replacing that on I. Let's do this. Going on I now, we have the free comic book day preview for the Star Wars The Clone Wars book from Dark Horse Comics. Near mint condition for $50, which is going to have your first appearance of Savage Opress, who is the brother, or I guess more of like warrior brother, because they're not like biologically related. They're more like kind of like warrior brothers, if I remember correctly. And then your first appearance of Aang, the Avatar in the first standard comic book formatting, also in this preview issue going on I here.
D is Mirage, correct? For the TMNT?
Yes, it is still from Mirage Publishing. Hey, I'll give you a little close-up too so you can see for yourself. But yeah, that is issue 62 from Mirage, the final issue for that run in very fine condition. $50 up there on D. Next up on G, I'm going to put Spawn issue 55. This is in near mint minus condition for $8 and has this great Capullo cover here, which is also your first appearance of the Commando Spawn suit. So if you're like, hey, I like my Spawn, but Spawn doesn't have nearly enough guns, this is the Spawn costume for you.
Jennifer is agreeing that Spawn doesn't have enough guns. He's picking up that Spawn on G.
Sweet.
Would you do the TMNT on D for 30 or at 50?
I can do it for 38. Going on G now to replace that Spawn. Let's do issues 1 through 6 of Punisher: The Platoon from Marvel Max Comics, all in near mint condition. The whole set of all 6 issues is going to cost you $25. And I mean, hey, who doesn't want to see Frank back in probably his most comfortable spot, which is the Vietnam War?
For a second I thought it was Smallwood, and I was like, whoa, it was not.
That would be cool. what has been up here the longest? Probably it's either the Superman or the Hulk up here on B or C, I think.
Yeah, I think C. And we've sold one before too. So.
Yeah, we'll take down the Hulk on C then, and I'm gonna replace it with our exclusive cover for the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. We have the regular cover here for $25, or if you want both the regular and Virgin together, you can get them both as a set for $60. So, would you rather me put them up like I did earlier, or would it be easier if I did it like this, where it's like both stickies are showing for them?
Yeah, if you want to kind of fan them a little bit, that's you might want to lower the set sticky.
I got you.
Maybe just kind of put it in the middle or something, but... can you explain what is on I?
On I, that is the Star Wars The Clone Wars free comic book day special. It is your first appearance of Savaggio Press in comic books, which is Darth Maul's like warrior brother who also kind of uses like a staff style lightsaber. He's also enchanted with dark magic from the witches of their home planet. Long story. And then also has your first appearance of Aang from The Last Airbender in a traditional comic book format in this free comic book day special.
Henry's going to pick up that other copy of Hulk
that we just put up. Gotcha. Cool beans.
Darren wants to know if you would do I for 40, get it 50.
If you could come up just a few more bucks to $43, it's all yours. Because yeah, 50 is already a really good price on that first appearance for Savaggio Press. Now I'm going to take down this DC Comics Presents on B.
Alright. Brian's picking up a set of our exclusive on C.
Sweet.
With the Bounty Hunters Alpha.
Sweet. We do have a few sets of those, or a few of the individuals, so let us know. We're just going to leave it up here for a couple minutes, let you all get any claims you want to get in for them in, and then we will take it down, and you won't see it again until last looks.
What is on F?
On F, that is Carnage USA #1 in, let me double check that condition. Carnage USA #1 near mint condition for $25, signed by Zeb Wells and with a certificate of authenticity for that signature. So that is what is down here on F. Oh my god, my eye is itchy. Oh.
I don't believe is stamped, but I can double check. Shouldn't be.
Whew.
Doesn't help when they're upside down. It is not stamped.
No stamp.
Hopefully that is somewhere in frame.
Yeah, no stamp, no sticker. It's all clean. It's all clean. But going on, B is going to be New Teen Titans number 16 in fine minus condition for $6. Oh my god. You have Starfire threatening to kill all of her team, and all of the team threatening to kill her because she's trying to kill the man who killed the man she loved. That's a lot of killing on this cover. A lot of that word being used. But it's be fine minus condition, $6 for that New Teen Titans number 16 up there on B.
Michael's picking up that Carnage USA on
F. Perfect. Replacing that on F before I go get y'all another stack of books is going to be TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 55 from Mirage Publishing. This is also part of the City at War storyline. Very fine condition for $20 here. And you got Shredder, or, I mean, depending on who you ask, Master Yoshi, facing off against what appears to be the shadow of what I would assume is Shredder. But that is going to go here on F for $20 once again on that issue 55.
Darren, we countered at 43 on I. Aaron is picking up Teen Titans on B.
Sweet.
Darren is picking up that Star Wars at 43.
Replacing that Teen Titans up on B. I know it's not sensational She-Hulk, but it's still really nice. This is the Immortal She-Hulk #1. This is one of the Alex Ross Timeless variants. Near mint condition for $10 of She-Hulk herself. And it's her sensational look, too, not the Immortal look. That's going to go up here on B. Now I got to go find a book for I. And I can't believe that going on I is going to be Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters #1. This is the variant edition, like trading card style, with, of course, everyone's favorite bounty hunter, Boba Fett, on issue 1, because he's always #1 in our hearts.
Aaron's picking up that Immortal She-Hulk Timeless on B.
Sweet.
That was for 8.
What?
Was that for 8? Oh, for 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to fill out the sheet.
No, you're all good.
Would you do the TMNT on F for 15? Give it a 20.
I'll do that one for 15.
And we only had one copy of the She-Hulk.
Yeah, we only had one copy of that She-Hulk. Sadly, I wish I had more. It's a great cover.
Yeah, it's kind of a soft Star Wars special.
Yeah, it's like we got a bunch of Star Wars stuff over here, and then I, gotta mix in some other stuff. If you're really looking for a night where it's just all Star Wars all the time, check out we always do a May the 4th special, so check that out. That's literally just pretty much the entire show is nothing but Star Wars for that one. Up on B, I'm replacing Hulk #5. This is a near mint condition for $5. You have this great week's cover here of the Hulk just screaming out into the wind, the open air, as he deserves to do, to kind of release some of that stress from always being so angry and uptight all the time. Daniel's gone, so I can say whatever I want now.
I'm back.
Oh, dang it. I didn't get to say all of my manifesto yet.
Oh god. Hey, Seth, if you are still interested in picking up that Star Wars, Clone Wars Free Comic Book Day, I do have another copy. So, if you want, I can go ahead and get you that since you were kind of you were a backup claim on that one. Joe is picking up Hulk on B.
Sweet.
Seth, he does want to pick up that Star Wars.
Awesome. Let's do, up next from DC Comics, let's do all 1 through 6 issues of Frank Miller's Ronin. These are all in very fine to very fine near mint condition for $40 for that whole set of all 6 issues. I'm gonna go up here on B. Don't have an alliteration for that one because it doesn't fit. Blade? Because they got swords? I don't know. I'm trying.
We have, Brian, if you're asking about the Brooks covers, we've got those. If you're asking about the Spider-Gwen stuff, we do not, or Gwen Stacy stuff, we do not have copies of those books. Emilio is picking up Ronin on B.
Sweet. Up next on B, let's do Transformers number 78 from Marvel Comics. This is in fine to very fine condition for $30. This is a super low print run issue. This is the second to last issue before, it's the second to last issue before the end of the series. So it's not the penultimate, it's the issue right before the penultimate issue. And, you got Galvatron taking on Megatron. You need anything more? You got your two big bads going against each other. Alrighty. On F, I'm going to be placing Detective Comics number 860. This is a near mint condition for $50. You got this great 1 in 10 ratio cover by Alex Ross of Batwoman leaping down. And then on top of that, this is going to have the conclusion to your origins for Batwoman, as well as Alice, the main villain, who's also, I believe, the sister of Batwoman, if I remember correctly. I guess I just spoiled the conclusion of the origin if I'm right on that one, which I'm 90% sure about.
Would you do the 1 in 25 for the Bounty Hunters on I for 5? You have it 8.
Yeah, I'll do that for 5. I got a few of those, so if anyone else wants that War of the Bounty Hunters for 5, let us know. I'll change that sticky note right now.
Will was saying he got that Transformers book on B through subscription in the mail.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So much of our Star Wars key or preview stuff up there. I feel like I gotta put up another type of preview. Ooh. The coconut's fighting back. No.
I was gonna ask you how that was.
It's alright. Not too much coconut. It's definitely more berry forward. The coconut really doesn't come out too well. I think it's either Rom or Werewolf by Night. I think those have been up here longest.
Yeah, I think Werewolf.
Alright. Take that down from E. And I'm going to replace that with, this is one of my favorite of the preview books tonight. This is going to be the Omega Men issue number 3, near mint condition for $100. And this is, of course, going to be your first appearance of Lobo, the last Zarian, in his early look, which is a little more clownish than heavy metal as his later looks go. But that's going to go down here in E. Once again, near mint condition, Omega Men 3 for $100. And I feel like that's the biggest price book we put up so far. So I think it's a good time to quickly talk about layaway. For those who don't know, we do offer layaway on the books we put up here on show. Just so you know how that works, it is going to be a 10% down deposit, and that is going to be non-refundable. That just gets your reservation on that layaway, and then over the course of 6 months you pay 15% each month on your invoice. Once you're all said and done, we ship this on out to you and you get it. You're gonna be so happy. The only really big rule we have with our layaways is we only do one layaway at a time, and you cannot do an offer with a layaway, so you have to just do full price for it. But if you, let's say you have a layaway right now, but you want to put that first appearance Lobo on layaway, let us know in chat that you want to finish out the current one. We'll set it up on your invoice this week, and then we'll set you up with this brand new one tonight.
Michael's picking up Omega Men on E.
Sweet. Replacing that on E, I know, I put that up there to break up the Star Wars stuff, but I got so much Star Wars to get through because Mandalorian was so good. But this is going to be Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. This is the 1 in 50 ratio variant. And this issue has your first appearance of Doc Ragan and first mention of Werman Lichter, which, God, those guys lost the name game. $20 going to go down here on E. Especially Werman Lichter sounds like... He sounds like he'd be like one of like the goofy like Nazi officers in Hogan's Heroes.
Honestly.
Vermin, have you seen where Hogan has gone? I see nothing.
Got about 10 minutes till that break. I almost said layaway.
Got 10 minutes until they put you on layaway, Zach, and then you're just going to sit on the shelf for 6 months until they pay you off.
That's right. William, what do you mean by layaway's not offered on the books that you want? Just let me know. I'm not quite sure. And then Henry, we countered 38 on D. Let us know if that works for you.
Yeah. But in the meantime... What do you think? Should I get rid of the set on C, or I'm thinking maybe the OMAC on H?
Probably we can do the set on C, but show off that
the version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That Tommy Lee Edwards.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Edwards, gorgeous art always.
That's probably one of, if not my favorite of our store exclusives, like across the board.
Yeah, no, this one's great, but I think my personal favorite's still this.
That's
the Moon Knight Alex Maleev. It's so good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm debating, like internally.
Yeah, it's actually like, I really like. Obviously, I love Tommy Lee whenever he does stuff with us, but like this one and the Silver Surfer we did with Alex Maleev, both of those are gorgeous.
David says a Hogan's Heroes reference points to Zach.
Sweet. I'm glad my knowledge of random TV and film helps me out and gets me more points with y'all. Going on C now, we got Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe #1, near mint condition for $80. I mean, this is just a huge. I feel like this is right when like, I know Deadpool's been a popular character for a while, but I feel like this came out right at the time of his like biggest boom when like the first movie was just about to come out and everything. And it's just a great series with some really good meta moments, and led into a whole trilogy of Deadpool killing various universes. Next up on, what do I gotta open up a spot. I'm gonna take down ROM on A. Impulse. Going on A to replace that ROM is going to be Spawn #178. Very fine condition for $20. I really, really like this cover and the amount of detail. However, seeing Spawn with weird teeth is kind of freaking me out. Like all the other ones keep his teeth relatively human. This one gets a pointy, huh?
You put it on top of.
Oh, whoopsie. I shouldn't have worn that Chewbacca hoodie to start the show off. I think I sweated my brains out.
Alright, and Ramon's picking up the Spawn on A.
Alright.
You also read Fabio's mind, because right after he asked if there was any more Spawn, you put that up.
Well, don't you worry, there is more Spawn. I was just getting some other stuff out here because I had to, it's our Star Wars night. I had to get some of the Star Wars stuff out pretty quickly. But hey, if you want more Spawn, you will get more Spawn.
So, Ramon correctly claimed that Spawn on A, but you put it on E, so he corrected it to E, and then he corrected it back to A.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was all my bad.
Hey, I mean, props to you getting all 3 of those claims in before anybody else said anything.
Yeah. But since I can't put another there, let's do. Let's do Simpsons Comics 4 from Bongo Comics Group. This is in very fine condition for $25, and you got the whole family fighting over the book they are in. And this also comes with the baseball card for Willie the Dupe Dipkin, second baseman for the Springfield Isotopes, everyone's favorite baseball team. The wrong space again, Zach. You almost made the same mistake twice, and now you're knocking stuff over.
Oh no! God.
Because of this. Because of these dumb lights.
Yeah. I keep saying, like, I'm gonna mess with lighting in here, and have yet to actually have time to be able to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
David says this is Spawn versus Boba Fett night.
Yes, it is.
There says drink because you dropped a book.
I'm not much of a drinker, so I'll drink my energy drink and get myself even more caffeinated and probably knock over more books because of that. If that's what you mean by a shot, I'll do that.
Or drink. One does not want to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it just...
I tried.
Yeah, it does not want to stand up.
I realized after I started doing that was what caused the problem to begin with. Aaron says he drinks water. Solid.
I'll sometimes splurge and do a water with like Crystal Light or something in it.
Yep.
But mostly it's just energy drinks and coffee and water. But going on I now... Let's do... Y'all keep asking for it, so I'm going to keep putting it up. This is Spawn 157. Very fine minus condition for $20. Another just gorgeous cover of... Oh my god. You get a closer look at this thing. Now, this thing's great. It is this warrior taking on this like big furry tree beast. It's like really weird and abstract, but really cool. But yeah, the Spawn 157, very fine minus condition for $20 going on I.
Just pulling up the cover so I could see it better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this...
It's like cool, but it's like hard to describe what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know that's like... Well, if you can't understand what's going on, it's not good. But it is really good. It's drawn really well. It's really appealing. It's just... It's one of those... It's like those images where they're AI generated and you can't pinpoint exactly what anything is. But let's see. Going on... Actually, I grabbed the wrong book. That's not the one I meant to grab. I meant to grab this one.
Would you do Spawn for 15? Give it 20 for Jennifer?
Yeah, I'll do that one for 15.
Also, I love how we've been putting up all these spawns, but they've all been claimed by like different people.
the people who are requesting them.
Well, they are too, yeah. But it's interesting. We have like 4 or 5 people that are kind of trading off Spawn issues.
Yeah, they're like, okay, it's your turn to get this one. Going on I to replace that issue of Spawn is going to be Star Wars Blood Ties #1, near mint condition for $15. And hey, I heard what you were saying. You're like, oh, this is all Boba Fett. I switched it up. It's Jango Fett now, baby. Star Wars Blood Ties #1, Dark Horse Comics, near mint condition, going on $15 on I.
Would you do Transformers on B for 20? Over to 30? I
can do that one for... I'll go down to 25 because like even this $30 that I personally priced this one, this $30 is lower than the other listings I saw online. But you know, with a low print run as like the key thing, I didn't feel like bumping it up to 35 just because of that. So it's already kind of $5 under what the regular asking value is. But I'll give you another 5 off, $25 for that one. Are we still waiting on the offer for this one?
Technically, but at this point you might as well just take it down.
Yeah, I'll take it down until we hear back from him. Or her, or them, I shouldn't assume. And then going on D, Because, hey, I had a second copy. It was just a different grade, so I didn't want to confuse Daniel with it. This is another one of that Spawn 157. This one's in fine to very fine condition, so slightly lower grade than the last one for 15. Up on D. Sorry, that was disgusting.
Alright, 25 works for B.
Sweet.
Ramon is picking up that Spawn on D. What was the grade on that one?
Fine to very fine. Alright, let me quickly put up a couple things just to fill out the board, and then we will head into our little break here at the midpoint of the show.
Alright, so Seth is picking up Star Wars on I for full price.
I just upped my thing. I have to find 3 books.
And then that kind of breaks up your offer, Darren. Let us know if you have a separate offer for the Alpha 1 in 50 on E. Do you know? Oh, cover artist for F. That's Alex Ross.
Yes, Alex Ross on that Detective Comics.
I was trying to read comments like out of order to get things like by priority, and then it just jumped. I got lost for a second.
How dare you?
I know.
Alright, I found some stuff to fill up those slots, so I'm going to put these out real quick, and then we will head to our quick little break here. First up on B, I'm going to be doing Tales of the TMNT, number 47. This is in very fine condition for $20. You got the turtles in a bit of a different sort of getup than they're usually in, saving some kids from what appears to be a robot and a giant rat man. That's going to go up here on B. Once again, very fine condition for $20. On D, I'm going to be placing Captain America 135 in good plus condition for $8 with this great John Romita Sr. cover. Going up here on D. And then on I, which is the last space I got open, is going to be issues 1 through 3 of Venom the Madness. This is all in very fine to near mint or near mint condition, and this set of 3 issues is going to be $15. Main thing going on here is you got Venom facing off against the Juggernaut. But yeah, it is halfway through the show, so we're going to take a little break here. I got to get y'all some more books. Daniel's got to catch up on that chat. And hey, who knows? I might have to take a bathroom break, but that's for me to know and you not to. But we'll be back here in a couple minutes after the break. See y'all soon.
Welcome to the Ultimate Comics Super Secret Warehouse. We have so many unprocessed boxes, literally thousands. What you just saw in the little shot was not even half of just unprocessed long boxes that we have not gone through yet. This is the stuff we use for our live show, so I thought it'd be really fun to give you guys a behind the scenes look and hopefully find gold. If not, it should still be pretty fun to see what's in this box. All right, let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh, heck yeah. This is the first print of Ultimate Spider-Man 1. This is the OG printing. You know, you got a couple ticks on the spine there, but still probably like a $50 book. Pretty nice. And that is pretty hot right now. Oh, snap. I am very surprised I censored myself. This is the first issue of Knights of the Old Republic. This is a super hot book right now. I am really happy about that. That is awesome. Okay, alright, back to the box. Okay.
Well, hello there. I'm Will, the official chaplain of Ultimate Comics, and you may be asking, why does Will shop at Ultimate Comics? I'm glad you asked. Well, it was a few years back when I was looking for a new comic store back in the before times, and was looking for a new comic store. I needed a place where I was going to get my weekly comics and be able to have a place in a community where I process all these stories that mean so much to me. Stumbled upon Ultimate Comics, browsed around, left. A few weeks went by, came back, and guess what? Alan remembered my name. He said, "Hey Will, what are you looking for today?" And I thought, not only is this an awesome store to get my weekly comics, not only is this an awesome store where I can process these stories that mean so much to me, they also remembered my name. And that's the community I want to be a part of. Man, I love Ultimate Comics.
We're back.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being patient with our little break there.
Got a couple offers.
Yes, hit me with those offers.
Would you do Detective on F for 42, give it at 50?
I'll do that for 42.
Sweet. Will you do Cap on D for 5, give it at 8?
I'll do that for 5.
Will you do Venom on I for 10, give it at 15?
Yeah, I'll do that for 10. Sweet, gives me some spaces to put up some new stuff for y'all. I'm going to start us off after the break strong with a slab. I know y'all love your slabs. So going up on... I'm going to put on I, so it, or actually I'm going to put on F, so it's relatively close to the front center. This is going to be Star Wars Darth Vader number 20. This is the Lucasfilm 50th Anniversary Variant Edition featuring Mando and Grogu, which is both of their, I believe, both of their first cover appearances in comics. $75 for this slab. Gonna go here on F.
Yeah, there was that, and there was that like Peach Momoko magazine cover.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, that's the first comics one.
Yeah. Going on D is gonna be Spawn number 43, near mint condition for $5. Great Capullo McFarlane cover here of Spawn almost doing a Batman thing with the cape up in the sky with a bunch of bats coming out of it as well as his chain. It's going to go up here on D. Once again, $5 near mint condition. And then on I, let's do Vampirella number 1 from 2008. This is from Harris Comics. Near mint condition for $8. And you got Vampirella there with, I mean, I think it's supposed to be a demon or something, but it makes me really think of Krampus down there in that corner. That's going to go up here on I.
Ramon's picking up Spawn on D.
Alrighty. Replacing that on D is going to be The Hunger, or not The Hunger, just Hunger. Issue 1 through 4, near mint condition for $15. And this is just a great series focusing on Galactus and the repercussions of Galactus's actions. Gonna go up here on D for $15 for that whole set. Drinking my energy drink. I should probably drink some water too. Alrighty.
What is on D? Oh yeah, it's super.
Oh, it's super glared.
Yeah.
Let me see. Does that fix it?
Yeah.
But that is going to be, just so you know as well, it is Hunger issue 1 through 4, so it's the entire mini-series focused on Galactus and the repercussions of his actions. $15 for that 4-issue set up there on D.
I was tempted to scroll that one away from myself.
It's a good one. I'm going to replace this OMAC on H with... This is Star Wars Legacy 1/2, near mint condition for $50 with, I believe, Darth Talon is her name on the front cover there, with on this great Jan Duursema cover. That's going to go down here on H to replace that OMAC. Is there anything else about that issue? Because that was the only note it had.
I can tell you in just a second. Would you do I for 4? You have it at 8.
Yeah, I'll do that for 4. Replacing that on I, let's do Marvel Team Up number 148, featuring Spider-Man and the Mighty Thor, near mint condition for $8. Got a great Milgram cover here with Spidey taking a little ride along with Mjolnir there. Also, kind of continuing that weird thing that was going on Tuesday where people with blue costumes turned purple. But that's going to go down here on I to replace that Vampirella.
Hunger is written by Joshua Falkov, and then artist is Leonard Kirk. Would you do Star Wars Legacy for 40? You would hit 50.
Yeah, I'll do that for 40. Replacing that on H is going to be What If issue 51, What If the Punisher became Captain America? Near mint condition for $5. Kind of a great little abstract cover there with the combination of Punisher's logo with the cap hat, like cowl, and then the flag burning in the background. That's going to be here on H, once again for $5 on that What If. And y'all have already run through my stack that I got during our break. I guess I have to go dig. Hey, someone we were just talking about earlier is on one of these covers. It's going on.
I'm gonna grab that box from the vault real quick, see if any of the prepped spawns are ones that people have asked about.
Gotcha.
It's just gonna be a weird multitask.
I believe in you, Daniel. You can multitask better than the rest of us.
Thanks for lying.
I mean, definitely multitasking better than I can. The only time I can like really effectively multitask is when it's absolutely useless. When it's like I'm playing a video game and watching a TV show and talking to friends. It's like it's the only time I can multitask.
Alright, let's see. Man, I was looking, speaking of just looking for spawn issues for these guys, for myself, I was looking through this box, and I was telling you before, there's one issue that I'm missing.
306.
And he has 305, and he has like 307 or something, but he does not have 306. Jeremy says, which is actually a very low bar since humans are rather horrible at multitasking. Would you do Hunger for 10? You got it at 15.
I'll do that for 10.
Yeah, because otherwise I probably would have just squirreled that one away.
Oh yeah.
So you're saving me some money to put back into Ultimate with the other stuff I have squirreled away I need to pick up.
Yeah. You're honestly, anytime you buy something, you're saving us money because at least one employee would be interested in buying it otherwise. D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we sold that one. Whoopsie. Going on D now to replace that is going to be Venom Lethal Protector number 4, near mint condition for $25. Got a great Bagley cover here. This is going to be your first appearance of Scream and your first cameo for Agony, Lasher, Phage, and Riot. A whole bunch of symbiote first appearances and cameos in this issue for you. So if you're a big symbiote head, this is going to be a great issue to pick up for you. Up here on D for $25, near mint condition.
Yeah, get ready for the Summer of Symbiotes. It's coming up.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're getting the Summer of Symbiotes, and then we're getting the Fall of X-Men.
Alright.
Well...
Asked for that. Oh, yeah, there's...
I'll leave this Punisher set on G next up.
There's the either side of the ones that I'm missing. Would you do H and D together for 20? It comes to 30.
I could do both of them together for... I could do both of them together for 25. So that way you're getting paying pretty much full price for D and then getting that H book for free. But in the meantime, excuse me, on G, I'm going to be placing Thor number 1. This is from, I believe, the most recent series still. Near mint condition for $15, the 1-to-25 ratio by Reno. Just a great cover of Silver Surfer and Thor facing off against each other. I mean, hey, we all know the best Thor covers is when he's going face to face with Silver Surfer. So you got another great one down there on G, that 1-in-25 ratio, near mint condition for $15.
Ideal for D and H.
Sweet.
What is the issue number on I?
On I, that is issue number 148 of Marvel Team Up, featuring Spider-Man and Thor, near mint condition for $8 down there on I. Going on D, we got issues 1 through 3 of JLA Act of God, near mint condition for $7 for the whole set. Got a pretty sad cover on that first one with Superman and Flash mourning the apparent death of all of their fellow JLA members. Gonna go up here on D for that set of 3 issues. And then on H, I'm gonna be placing, let's do on H, I'm gonna do Spawn number 57, near mint minus condition for $8. Great Capullo McFarlane cover here of Spawn taking on Cygor, the cyborg gorilla. I'm gonna go down here on H.
Would you do G for 12? Give it a 15.
I'll do that for 12. Is that for the Thor?
Yeah.
I actually got a few of those. So if anyone else wants that Thor number 1 ratio, let us know. Got a few of them. Let me change the sticky note for it.
Because we did end up having, we had an exclusive for that one, so we've got some ratios. Yeah, I don't usually go for ratios, but that was one I was like, I have to have this cover.
I don't usually, I used to do ratios all the time. I've kind of slowed down in the past few years. I think the last ratio I picked up personally was, there was, I forgot what issue of Wolverine it was for, but it was him sitting at a cat cafe.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so I picked that one up just because cats. I mean...
Jennifer came in first, picking up that Spawn on H.
Alrighty.
Full price.
Replacing that Spawn on H is going to be Detective Comics number 800. Very fine to near mint condition for $4 with this beautiful jock cover there. I mean, it's just gorgeous. That's going to go down there on H to replace that Spawn.
Chris, let us know if you have another offer on D, since that kind of broke up your combo.
Yeah. What should I get rid of now? Probably either the Deadpool or the Tales of the TMNT, I think. Or that War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, War of the Bounty Hunters for sure. Would you do D for 5? Give it a 7.
I'll do that for 5. Replacing that JLA Act of God on D is going to be Spawn issue 52, near mint condition for $8. Another great cover with Spawn working with Savage Dragon himself. That's going to go up here on D. Once again, $8, near mint condition on Spawn 52.
George's picking up Detective on H.
I mean, you gotta. That drop cover is phenomenal.
Chris is picking up Spawn on D.
Back over here to find y'all more stuff. So, going on D now, we got the Defenders 84. This is in fine condition for $15. And this is also going to be your first battle between Black Panther and Namor. And, I mean, Hulk's just kind of spectating, I would assume cheering on Namor since he's his teammate in this run. But that's going to go up here on D, fine condition, $15 on that Defenders 84 first battle of Namor and Black Panther. On E, I got... Let's do this one. This is great. Let's do Star Wars Boba Fett, Enemy of the Empire, number 4 of the 4-issue miniseries. This is in very fine condition for $12. And you have this gorgeous cover of Darth Vader fighting Boba Fett. Boba Fett deciding to just go bare fists against the lightsaber.
Yes.
I'm going to go on E here. And then on H, still testing my luck with it. Seeing when the well runs dry. This is Spawn, number 199. Near mint condition for $50. This is a great Greg Capullo cover here of Spawn taking on... Is it the Violator? Yeah, that's the Violator.
Yeah.
That is going to go down here on H.
Oh, hey. I think I found a request book.
Nice.
Doesn't always happen immediately. Oh, wait. Never mind. But wait, hold on. Maybe. I can read numbers sometimes. Oh, here. Here. There's one.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah. Jeremy, if you're still around.
Keep an eye out.
Let's see. Seth is picking up Star Wars on E.
Alrighty. Get rid of that Star Wars on E. And I know we just gave him the warning, so I'm going to give him a little more time to get it at the ready. So, in the meantime, let's do 2099 Manifest Destiny. This is in very fine to near mint condition for $50. And this is going to be your first appearance of Moon Knight 2099, the origin of the Fantastic Four of 2099, and this is a very low print run. There is only a total of 14,177 copies ordered by retailers for this. So this can go down here on E. Once again, 2099 Manifest Destiny. Yeah, Manifest Destiny. Very fine near mint condition, $50. First appearance, Moon Knight 2099, and Origin of FF29 on top of that. A really low print run. Probably the Deadpool now at this point if I'm replacing something. Placing that Deadpool kills the universe on C, or kills the Marvel universe on C. And I'm going to replace that with Detective Comics number 570. This is in near mint condition for $15. And you got Batman facing off against Catwoman and the Joker teaming up. It's going to go up here and see. I also love this cover with the perspective of Joker getting away in his car while they fight in the background. Mm-hmm. That's going to be near mint condition, $15 up here on C. The Simpsons comics here on A, And I'm going to replace that. Hey, Jeremy, keep an eye out. I'm about to put it up. This is on A. We got Spawn number 162, near mint minus condition for $45. Absolutely gorgeous cover here of a more angelic Spawn. That's going to go up here on A. And then
E is in very fine near mint.
yeah, very fine near mint on that Manifest Destiny on E, or 2099 Manifest Destiny on E. Not the image book Manifest Destiny. I'm going to replace our Tales of the TMNT up here on B.
Jeremy wants to know if you would do A for 40 or at 45.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy, of course. Going on A to replace that now is going to be Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunter Director's Cut. This is the 1:25 ratio. Very fine condition for $25. Showing off Boba Fett's, I want to say this is supposed to be his warrior outfit or gladiator outfit. But that is going to go up here on A. And then on B, let's do Paper Girls number 1, near mint condition for $25. Look at that super vibrant cover. Gonna go up here on B, near mint condition for $25. Kind of one of those comic book adaptation shows that I felt kind of just flew under the radar. Like, it came out last year. I didn't hear too much about it. I enjoyed it. I watched it. It was, I mean, a pretty good adaptation of the book. But it felt like one of those things where it just kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I actually still need to read the book, but because I watched the show, I really want to.
Yeah, I mean, Brian K. Vaughan was great.
Oh, maybe I do have one of the ones that I need. Or one of the other ones.
This one doesn't have the version for the set. So we just not do sets for this one.
Oh yeah, we don't have a. There's
no,
not one.
There's not one. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this one had one or not.
No worries. Yeah, for a second I was like, which one is that again?
Yeah, because there's a lot. Man, nothing's been up here too long.
Probably
The slab at this point.
Or I, either one.
I think the slab's been up a little longer than that one. So I'll take down the slab, put it back into a bag here, and I'm going to replace that with a Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters number 5. This is another Ultimate Comics exclusive cover for $30. This one, no IG-88, just Boba and Bosk. Best of B friends. That's going to go down here on F for $30. Once again, that is one of our exclusive covers for that number 5 of the War of Bounty Hunters.
Would you do the Manifest Destiny 2099 for 40 or 50?
Yeah, I'll do that for 40.
George is saying I have high hopes for something that's killing the children too. Hope it goes well.
Yeah, no, that was probably like the biggest announcement from Comics Pro this weekend, and I hope it does well.
Me 3.
Although I'd say if I'm excited for, like, the comic horror adaptation that got announced recently that I'm excited for the most, it's the Night of the Ghoul. If you didn't read Night of the Ghoul, it's phenomenal. It's just so great. And I mean, even if you're not interested in the movie, the team on the book itself is great. You have Scott Snyder writing, and then you have Francesco Francavilla doing the art and covers for it. It's phenomenal. If you haven't got a chance, go read it. It's really, really good. And then you'll be excited for the movie, just as much as I am. Going on E, we got... I had no clue what this was when you first put it up here, and then I had to lift up the sticky note.
Yeah.
But this is...
Same.
Yeah, this is Spawn issue 277. This is the Jonathan Hickman variant. Near mint minus condition for $60. And you got what I I would assume is the creation of a Hellspawn in the process, layer by layer there. That's going to go down here on E for that Spawn 277 Hickman variant.
No Dark Empire or Empire's End tonight. That's something that we're still kind of piecing together. Hopefully we'll have full sets for the Star Wars show on May the 4th.
Yeah. Once again, this is kind of like a more impromptu Star Wars night just because of the Mandalorian releasing yesterday. But if you really want just an all-out night of only Star Wars or mostly Star Wars stuff, definitely check out our May the 4th special. It's always great. And who knows, maybe I'll wear something that I don't instantly sweat myself out of in 5 minutes of starting the show.
I do love Dark Empire and Empire's End. They're so freaking good.
Oh, yeah.
I probably.
Yeah.
David was saying Paper Girls is great, hoping the show gets picked up elsewhere. William's looking forward to Star Wars Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Zach was posting a lot of really awesome sets earlier. And then we have a couple of like full runs and stuff that's I need to dig out of those boxes that I was going through yesterday. What Spawn is on H?
On H, that is Spawn number 199 in near mint condition for $50 there. Going on I now. This is one of our preview books for the night. This is Marvel Spotlight number 32. Spotlight on the Spider-Woman. Very good plus condition for $100. This is, of course, your first appearance and origin of Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, and your first appearance and simultaneous death of Otto Vermis. So if you're a big Otto Vermis fan, this is literally the one issue you need for Otto Vermis.
No, unfortunately, we're not able to combine books into sets for layaway. It's just individual items. Alan is real picky about how we do layaways, and
We've gotten burned before a lot.
Did they fill you in on that? I know they were talking about it on Tuesday.
Yeah, and they never filled me in. That would probably be a good thing to fill me in on afterwards. But I mean, I know stuff just in the stores plenty of times. I mean, I think one of my favorite stories, if you've ever been to like our old Chapel Hill location now, the one with the yellow walls, we had this life-size replica of R2-D2. That thing was on layaway. Someone had paid that off, and they had just never come to pick it up because they didn't have a way to transport a life-size R2-D2.
Yeah.
So it just sat in the store for years. But it was still technically owned by someone, so we couldn't sell it for a very long time.
I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I know some of our books can get up to that price. I mean, specifically, like, the really, really big keys. But, like, you know, I think it was, like, $3,600 when it came out, that R2-D2. So that's just, like, $36 sitting in the store for years.
Yeah.
And this guy just did not come pick up.
So what happened to R2-D2?
I think eventually, once we were moving out of that location, I want to say we got in contact with the person who had the layaway. They had already moved out of state, and they had no interest in it anymore. So I think we figured something out where I forgot the specifics of it. I wasn't around during that time period. That was during the lapse when I was away at school that I wasn't here. But I know, I don't remember what they worked out with that guy, but I know now, I think one of our fellow employees, I think Robin ended up getting that.
You know what? I think you're right. I think I remember hearing that, actually.
Yeah, so that's what ended up with the life-size R2-D2, is it's now, I think, at Robin's place. Let's do... I'm gonna give that Hulk person some more love. So let's put up on... God, it feels like nothing's been up too long. It's probably either the Defenders on D or the Thor on G. I think at this point have officially been up the longest, even though that means like 5 minutes.
We've sold one of G, so I guess we might as well take it down. But
yeah,
man, that cover is
it's so good. But it will be back for last look, so don't you worry. Going up now for that Hulk request earlier, we got issues 40 through 43 of the Jones run of the Incredible Hulk. All 4 issues in the set are going to be $10 together, near mint condition for all of them. And you got some great covers and some wonky ones. I love this one, but the perspective, I mean, it is definitely more on the caricature side of humans, especially that kid up front. Then you have this great cover of Hulk Pops. And this one's just a genuinely like really, really good cover with that black and white and red. Mm-hmm. And then a very intimidating cover of the Hulk pinning someone down against the ground. But yeah, that set of 4 issues is $10, and it is going to go on G right front and center for you.
Like 5 minutes into the last hour.
Alrighty, so what I'm hearing is, because I still have a decent amount of previews books to get through, and I need to get through those soon. We got a big backup stack here of a bunch of extra Star Wars stuff to help fill throughout the night. I don't think I'm going to get through all of it. Luckily, we got the May the 4th show coming up, so we can use all this then. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff over here that I don't think we're going to get to if I want to keep a good diversity up on the board for y'all. Or at least as much as I can with all these spawn requests. Which, hey, that doesn't mean stop them, because really appreciate them. I'm just, stating y'all going spawn crazy tonight. Let's do those. Alright. Got my little stack. Let's see. I guess now the Defenders on D?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, it's just so quick. I don't even know what to put down. So next up, let's do this one first. This is going to be Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. This is in very fine minus condition for $35. It is also a newsstand copy. And I mean, you got this gorgeous cover with Black Cat right front and center. But this is also your second appearance of the black symbiote costume. Going up here on D. $35. Very fine minus condition for that newsstand. Second appearance of the symbiote black costume. You need one?
Well, no. I did a few, spoilers. I did a few pictures of, Black Cat books for the preview for Tuesday.
Mm.
Since one of the timeless variants.
Is Black Cat.
Yeah.
Nice.
I pulled a different copy of one of those.
Well, I might have a couple more back here, too. Who knows? I guess I'll take down this Detective on C, and I'm going to replace that with... I feel like it's been a while since we had that request for Avengers stuff, but I finally found something. It's kind of on the... I feel like maybe a bit on the edge between Silver and Bronze Age. But this is going to be Avengers number 92. Very good to fine condition for $25. And you have Cap, Iron Man, and Thor telling the Clint Barton version of Goliath, Vision and Quicksilver telling him, "Ye have disgraced the name of the Avengers. Go then and be Avengers no more." Once again, very good to fine condition for $25 up here on C.
I love that cover.
It's a great cover. Also, I love how, not even just Marvel, because I know they, you have the Spider-Man No More, but both Marvel and DC do that a lot, where they're like, I am this character, no more. It's just like, is there really no other way y'all can think of saying that anymore? It's just like, this is the standard.
If it ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, no more.
Will wants to know if you do it for 18, but 25.
I could do that one for a flat 20.
Deal for 20 on C.
Sweet.
We probably take down the director's cut on A, so we've had a few of that alpha up.
Yeah. Take down that on A. I replace the A with Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge. This is one of those weird gold key ones where it has a long string of numbers. I need you to have to look it up. But this is $15, very fine minus condition. Uncle Scrooge, Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge. This is a Carl Barks reprint of this issue from Gold Key. I'm going to go up here on C. So if you're looking for some Scrooge, there you go. And then I should have put that on A, but you know what's going on A now? We got Spawn number 29, near mint condition for $5. You got Spawn saving this little crying boy. Gonna go up here in A, and this is your first appearance of Eddie, who later becomes the third Redeemer.
Yes. Number 20 for Scrooge.
Number 20. All right.
What was the original price on that Scrooge? It looks like 10 cents.
Yeah, I think it would have been 10 cents. But yeah, this is the Karl Barks reprint of that issue. Not Karl Marx reprint. Or else it would be free because it's dispersed evenly amongst everyone. Man, I guess it's the Spawn on H at this point. That one's been up there for a bit, so I'm going to take down that Spawn on H, that 199.
Yeah, it should be right underneath the sticky note if you want to double check. You can just ask me. Like right at the top.
Oh, 25 cents.
Oh.
There we go. 25 cents.
Page.
Yeah, and then on H, I'm going to be doing Icon number 10. This is in near mint condition for $6, and you got Icon taking on Holocaust, who's... I've never really heard about this character too much before, but he's breathing a bunch of fireballs out of his mouth, so that's pretty neat. That's going to go down here on H. I'm not going to say the alliteration on that one because it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the best.
It's for the best. Yeah, exactly.
Aaron's picking it up.
Alrighty.
Not Icon. I can type.
I believe in you.
On occasion.
Hey, we were talking about some Nova earlier, so let me put some of them up. Going on H, we got Nova number 1. This is Nova Special number 1. This is from the all-new Marvel Now line. Near mint condition for $5 with this great Mark Brooks cover. And if you didn't see from Comics Pro this past weekend, they're bringing back the letterbox for the celebration of the Avengers and X-Men 60th anniversary, and Mark Brooks is going to be doing the corner boxes for that.
I didn't hear that. That's awesome.
I hope it's something they just bring back standard, because I love the little character corner box.
Me too.
But yeah, he's doing one where it's all like the heads, like disembodied heads of the original lineups for both teams.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Paper Girls are exclusive on F.
I'll take this one down on F. I'm going to replace that with the 9-issue set for Star Wars Age of Rebellion. They are all in near mint condition, and the whole set's going to be $50. Just so you know, if you don't know what the Age of Rebellion was, basically Marvel was doing this thing with the Star Wars line where they were going through all the different ages. So it was like Age of Republic, Age of Rebellion, and Age of Resistance, I want to say. And each of them were just a bunch of one-shots focused on various characters from that era. So Age of Rebellion is the original trilogy. So obviously you got Boba Fett with that concept art cover there on the front. And just so you know the list, because there's a little mix of covers in these. This one is going to have the C concept cover for that Star Wars Boba Fett #1, or the Age of Rebellion Boba Fett #1. Then you're going to have the A cover for the Darth Vader special for it. Same A cover, or A cover for the Grand Moff Tarkin one. C concept cover for the Han Solo one shot. Concept cover for the Jabba the Hutt one shot. A cover for the Lando one shot. D cover for the Luke one shot. C cover for the Leia one shot, and then B cover for the Age of Rebellion special, which was basically like the thing that connected all the one shots together. Whole list there for you.
Aaron's saying he just watched Justice League Doom last night, and it had a Dwayne McDuffie special feature.
Oh, nice.
That's sweet. I would have watched that, because I feel like I've watched all the special features on all of those, but I just don't remember it offhand.
I think my favorite one they did recently was the Blue Beetle one. Have you seen that one? The special feature short they did? I think it came out with the Super Sons movie that got released recently.
No, I have not seen that, but I did just watch Super Sons last week.
Nice.
It was so good.
It was so good. But yeah, they did a little special feature short thing for Blue Beetle. And it was Ted Kord Blue Beetle, not Jaime Reyes.
Oh, sweet.
So it's Ted Kord, and they did it kind of stylized by the 80s and late 70s when we got brought over, and the Question makes an appearance, so that's really cool.
How many issues are on the set on F?
On F, that is going to be 9 issues. So you have the Age of Rebellion one-shot special where it's all the characters put together in the one special, and then one each of all of the one-shots of the various characters. So 9 issues total.
It looks like... Okay. Yeah, I don't have Super Sons either. I just watched it on HBO Max, but I kind of feel like I need to pick up a copy because I really liked it. I just need to see that Blue Beetle short now.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. It could have been from one of the other ones they released recently, because I know they also did the Legion of Superheroes movie that they also released and stuff like that. But I know it was one of them in the last year released the Blue Beetle special, and it's great. I forgot who. There was someone. They casted someone specific for Blue Beetle's voice, and I was like, this is perfect voice casting. And I just cannot remember it off the top of my head right now.
I think they put a Milestone documentary on HBO Max too, if I remember correctly, which I've been meaning to check out.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I know they had that big DC announcement, but did they say anything about the Static movie and the Milestone stuff they're working on?
I don't think I've heard anything.
I remember at DC Fandom, what was it, 2 years ago, they were like, hey, we're officially working on a Static movie, and then we just have not heard anything since.
David says Legion of Superheroes was great. I watched it last night. Great post-credit scene.
I got a chance to watch it. Genuinely, Brainiac was terrifying, especially when he had made all the clones of himself to rebuild his body, so they have he has faces of the other bodies he's stolen from his clones that are still conscious. They can still feel even though they're attached to his body. It was kind of terrifying.
We will have I almost said Superman. We will have Star Wars 42 sometime pretty soon because it's one of the preview books. I agree. Yeah, Doom is one of my favorites of those animated movies.
I remember the one that at least I heard the biggest hype for was when they did the Flashpoint Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that was kind of the one I liked the least, because I feel like it condensed the story to the point where it kind of removed some of the more interesting smaller parts of that series.
Yeah, it was weird because I had seen the movie before I read it, and then I remember coming back and reading it and being like, oh, this is...
It's a little more in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, the Flashpoint Paradox is still fine on its own. It's just, I feel like it doesn't build out the world fully as well as the comic does, just because you get those little tiny moments where it's like, hey, you have this little thing going on. Hey, here's the rest of the world, so you can kind of feel like this is an actual timeline with its own history and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't that Star Wars 42, but it's another great, great book. This is Werewolf by Night number 33. This is in good condition for $75, and this is, of course, your second appearance of Moon Knight, which, hey, not a bad upgrade from fighting in an alleyway to fighting on the top of a skyscraper for his second appearance, if I don't say so myself. I should probably make sure that one's the one I'm, like, most terrified to have standing up straight right now, because that is... Oof.
It's fair. It's looking good. No glare on it for now.
Goody.
Yeah, I've been thinking about picking up those milestone compendiums they've been putting out.
They are popular. I cannot keep them at the mall.
Say Michael B. Jordan is listed as a producer for the Static movie.
Nice.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, because I know they're also... Are they still working on that, the Superman movie that him and, is it J.J. Abrams that was also attached to that one or something like that? It was like Bad Robot was attached to it.
Yeah, last I heard that was still a thing, and that was after the shakeups, so I think so. And it would just be kind of like the Batman, it'll be of its own.
Yeah, it'll be like an Elseworlds. Because I think that's what they decided that label for those movies is going to be. I think they're going to call them Elseworlds. Which I'm just saying, man, you had modernized, Black Label. It's right there.
That's true.
There was a book in this box earlier that I saw for my Spawn boys out there, and now, of course, I cannot find it. But hey, I guess this will do for now.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end, so.
Yeah, can't give y'all the rest of Spawn for the rest of the night, but I did want to give you at least one more before we head out. Well, before we get closer to the end of the show, I should say, not head out, because we still got plenty of show left to get through.
Just leave the live stream going.
Yeah. Hey, I know we just said we're going to get to the Star Wars 42, but nah, screw you.
Carl's saying he thinks that it got canceled. Yeah, it might have. I don't remember.
I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it's not like it wasn't like as far into development as like Batgirl. So like, if it falls apart, you really don't need to make an announcement. It's just like, oh, something fell through in not even pre-production, like pre-production, pretty much. But yeah, let me get y'all at least one more Spawn book before the end of the night. So let me replace, even though it's not the thing that's been up here the longest, I think I'm gonna remove this Uncle Scrooge. Because I don't think it's a Disney night. But going on C now, we got Spawn number 30. This is in near mint condition, and hey, would you look at that? It's that cover I was talking about earlier. Very, very small Spawn hanging himself, which I don't know if that would even work on him because he's already dead. I feel like he needs something a little more explosive to get rid of Spawn. But hey, that's going to be up there. $8, near mint condition for Spawn number 30 on C.
You're saying just watched Justice League versus the Fatal Five, so that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That one's, or is it? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was getting that confused for a second with Superman versus the Elite.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Justice League versus Fatal Five is really good.
It's got Jessica Cruz in it.
It does have Jessica Cruz in it. Also has Mr. Terrific as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think is, as of right now, the most current thing we've seen out of like the Bruce Timm universe. Because I think that's still technically part of like a continuation for those Justice League series from the early 2000s.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I've been a little bit behind on those ever since the Apocalypse War kind of ended that long.
The main timeline.
Yeah.
Which I get it was kind of your darker universe, so maybe you didn't want to go this route, but I mean, if you're going to reboot your animated universe, and we're probably never going to see it in physical form on the big screen, give us Crisis. Just give us Crisis on Infinite Earths, please.
Mm-hmm. David says, I think I'm going to have a DC animated movie marathon this weekend, enjoying this discussion.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
cool.
That stuff's always consistently, even, the bad ones are still pretty good. That's the one thing about it, is, even the bad ones are still pretty good. Oh, my gosh. Probably the Hulk on G, maybe? Or the Nova on H?
George says they said last year that Crisis was coming in a 3-part series.
Oh, okay.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, I mean, I know technically we got Crisis already with the Arrowverse stuff.
Yeah,
but that don't count.
Yeah, at least not in this context.
Yeah.
It worked for what it was.
Yeah, it worked for having a live-action TV budget, which is basically nothing. But
George said that doesn't count.
Yeah, but that's the thing about animation. I mean, it's expensive. It's expensive and it's time-consuming. But as far as the scale you can go to things, there's really no restraints. You can do one of those. I mean, it's bigger than cosmic. It's multiversal story that. You can really do either with a big budget movie series or through animation is probably your best bet. Or comic books. I mean, hey, comic books are always there too.
Like on G.
Yeah, on G, I gotta place a new book. This is going to be Daredevil number 12, Nearman condition for $15. Great Casada cover there, with Echo there in the background. Although I think at this point this is her 4th or 5th appearance, so that's why we don't have it listed on there. But it does have a special guest star appearance from Echo herself.
Aaron said he just upgraded Batman, Superman, Justice League animation to Blu-ray. He's thinking about sending the DVDs to a cousin. Sweet.
Yeah, do it. Spread the love. Spread the animation love. I'm gonna get rid of the Nova now. Placing our Nova on H is gonna be Star Wars Blood Ties number 3. This is in very fine condition for $15. And hey, would you look at that? Jango Fett's gone after that issue 1, and now we're with Boba back again on issue 3. That's going to go down here on H for that Blood Ties issue 3. Then probably this Hickman cover on E. Going to replace that with Savage Dragon versus the Savage Megaton Man number 1. Very fine condition for $5. This is going to be your first appearance of She-Dragon. And, I mean, Savage Dragon's so cool, he doesn't even take his shades off to fight a foe. That's going to go down here on the... for... Eric Larson, creator of Savage Dragon. There you go. I did it.
Proud of you.
I connected the dots. The two dots. And that's what we call a segment. I'm going to take down this Age Rebellion set on F. And I'm going to replace that with a Green Lantern, Green Arrow, number 80. This is in very fine condition for $50. And this cover is absolutely beautiful in its own weird way. You have this newspaper cover of Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and... oh, who is this? I think this third person's supposed to be a Guardian of the Universe with that big head of his. But I can't tell because it's in black and white. They have blue skin. But anywho, very fine condition. $50 for that Green Lantern, Green Arrow, number 80. Is there any more info for this one?
don't think there was.
Or is it
much
just a
else.
low print run for at this point?
I can double check. I don't think there was much else. What is on I?
On I, that is going to be Marvel Spotlight number 32. Marvel Spotlight featuring the Spider-Woman. That is your first appearance and origin for Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, and has your first appearance and death, sadly, of Otto Vermont. Or Vermis. I'm sorry, I mispronounced Vermis. But yeah, first appearance and origin for Spider-Woman's the actual main thing to care about with that one on I. And that is in very good plus condition for 100 there.
A, D.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one first.
Can you do F for 40 or 50?
Yeah, I'll do that for 40. Replacing those. Going on A, I'm going to place up, we tried to put this up on Tuesday and it was mispriced, we're going to do it again. This is Moon Knight number 12 from the Lumiere run. Greg Smallwood cover there, absolutely great. Near mint condition for $12 on A. And then on F, we got Spawn 34, which is your second cameo appearance of Freak. Near mint condition for $5, and you also got this great cover of the Violator in his clown form with a little hand puppet made out of a decapitated head. That's going to go here on F.
Yeah, I love that because it's a carryover from the 3-issue Violator series that Alan Moore wrote, where he shoots somebody through a corpse's face and then has to take the head with him to escape. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I didn't even know Alan Moore wrote that Violator series. Not writ.
Yeah. Like he wrote Spawn number 8. He wrote those Violator issues. I think he wrote another Spawn mini as well, or two. Which is just like you wouldn't expect it, but it's awesome. Entered our last half hour here.
Alright, so I gotta speed up on the last bit of our preview books then. Gotta get everyone home on time.
Yeah, we got a couple of good preview books still up for you guys. So
I know one of those ones you're specifically probably waiting for at this point is the Star Wars 42, which, don't you worry, I'll put that up here.
Paul said that Stan Lee trademarked the name Spider-Woman before he created the character. So there was a cartoon called Web Woman that was supposed to get the name.
Yeah, there's a lot of like weird stuff that I learned actually recently. I watched this really good video about the, it was a very specific video essay on the history of non-movie or TV Spider-Man costumes. Which is a very specific thing to go into. But one of the interesting things I learned is that supposedly Jack Kirby during the 50s designed a costume for a company that was called Spider-Man. It was all yellow and it had Spider-Man's webs on it with a couple spiders crawling around and a similar mask. And then, you know, Jack Kirby was asked to design Spider-Man first and then helped Ditko out designing it towards the end once Ditko had taken over the art for that book. So there's some contention whether or not Jack Kirby helped steal from himself as far as that design, even though the color scheme is different. There's some contention around that, but it's really interesting to get into the history of it.
Alright, info on H.
On H, that is Star Wars Blood Ties number 3, very fine condition for $15. I'm not 100% sure on the storyline for this, but maybe Daniel can look it up real quick.
Tale of Jango and Boba Fett. So that's issue 3 of 4. Boba Fett has discovered that his father left a legacy to someone Boba has never heard of.
Oh.
Who manages to track down the man But if he's to learn the reasons behind Django's post-humanist generosity, Boba Fett must first save the man from an army of bounty hunters who want the guy's head.
Nice. There you go. There's your description for it. So it's basically a joint story passing between Django and Boba Fett about some mysteries left behind after the death of Jango Fett, aka Boba Fett's father / also same person.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. I guess I'll take down the Werewolf by Night on B. Or has the Spider-Woman been up longer?
Spider-Woman's been up longer.
I'll take down that Spider-Woman then on I. And let's replace that on I with... This is going to be the War of the Bounty Hunters #1. This is the Ultimate Comics exclusive for $60 this time because it is signed. I cannot remember the name of the artist for this one. Do you remember who did the art for this one?
Now that you've asked,
It's fled your brain. Yeah, no. The second I was like, oh, let me recall the name so I can tell them who actually signed this. It disappeared from my head. So we're going to remember through the power of the internet who did this cover and signed it so we can give you all the correct information for it. And then I think it's finally time to take down this spectacular Spider-Man on D. While we're looking up that info for y'all. And I'm going to replace it with a Marvel 2-in-1 #21 featuring The Thing and Doc Savage. Fine condition for $5 as both of them are smashing through a wall.
It's McCrea.
Okay. McCrea. Gotcha. And get out of view of the camera so I don't spoil it. Should I just put this up at the same time or different slot for it?
You can just kind of slide it next to it like we did with the other one.
Cool. I just want to double check before I did it. And we also have, if you want the black and white virgin version of this cover, it is also still signed by McCree. I want to put that also on I. So let us know if you want either the color or black and white signed for that one.
Aaron's picking up the 2-in-1 on D.
Alrighty. And as I said, getting towards the end, getting close to last looks, I'll have to kind of rush up some of these keys. So let's do... I'm going to do the one I'm assuming people are probably the least rabid about, the least gotta get it about, which I still think is really... Excuse my language. It's really fucking cool. This is Our Army at War, issue number 91 from DC Comics. This is in good condition for $75. It is pretty beat up, but it's still really cool to get an early issue of this before it even gets the like Sergeant Rock big under title on it. You got Sergeant Rock hiding from a soldier coming at him with a flamethrower. I will let you know the cover is attached to the top staple. There is some tape on the lower portion of the spine. And then the cover art for this is done amazingly by Jerry Gradenhart. That's going to go up here on D. Gonna replace probably the Daredevil at this point. Either that or the Werewolf by Night.
I guess the Daredevil first.
Gotcha. So replace the Daredevil with, I mean, it's the center front spot, so I gotta put something good up there. Let's do. This is going to be The Mighty Thor, issues 160 to 162, and then 168 and 169. So, this whole set of all 5 issues together is going to be $400 on G here for that set. This, of course, is going to have your origin of Galactus, your first appearance of the Thermal Man, your first mention of the... First mention of the Creeping Plague, which is later developed as the Black Winter. But I mean, the biggest headline you should get out of this is Origin of Galactus with, I believe Jack Kirby's still doing the art on this at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it is great. But yeah, so those 5 issues altogether are either in very good to fine condition or fine to very fine. That whole set is $400. And once again, you got first appearance of Thermal Man, first mention of the Creeping Plague, but big thing is your Origin of Galactus for $400 for that set on G.
Yeah, I mean, you got Galactus and Ego going at it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah, there's so much going on. It is so great.
I've had all the issues except for that front one, the 160,
The
ready
one,
for
yeah.
a while, and then I kind of accidentally found 160 earlier this week, and I was looking for something completely different. I was like, yes,
Sweet.
I didn't find what I was looking for, but I can finish this thing.
Okay, I was like, what is this word?
Is it my handwriting? Is it?
I don't know if it's your handwriting or not. It's just weird because, when we list things as like first appearance, it's first appearance or first cameo. This one then at the end just says debut, and I was like,
oh,
huh? the bat.
Yeah.
I was like, the bat.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah. But let's see. I mean, I'm probably gonna. I don't want to take down on any of our keys, especially since we're towards the end of the show, because they're gonna come right back up on that bottom row anyway for last looks. So I'm gonna replace this Spawn on C. I'm gonna replace that with a Darth Vader number 4. This is a 1 in 25 ratio from Delgado, near mint condition from the 2015 run, $25. Absolutely gorgeous shot of Darth Vader with the only thing lighting the scene is his lightsaber. That is going to go up here on C.
It's like that Rogue One hallway fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Thor number 5 from Donny Cates' run is the first appearance of the Black Winter. This is kind of the first mention of the thing that he ends up adapting into, or like developing into the Black Winter.
Yeah, so this is the first time you kind of hear about it, and then it goes through a bunch of R&D, and then eventually ends up in the Donny Cates run. Merc was working real hard on this.
Darth Vader on C is number 4.
Yeah, number 4 from the Gillen run from 2015. And that is the 1 in 25 ratio by Delgado. I can't believe Jen didn't pick this book out herself, so I'm going to put it up here before we end the show. Just a spider. So I'm going to replace this Spawn on F with the Violator cover. I'm going to replace that with a New Adventures of Superboy number 10. This is in fine to very fine condition for $5. And you got Superboy simultaneously going out on patrol and coming back from patrol. What? Time shenanigans in a Superman book? Never. But then also you have a bonus story about Krypto becoming the watchdog, the super watchdog of Smallville. That is going to go down here on F to replace that Spawn.
What is on G?
On G, that is the Mighty Thor, number 160 to 162, and then 168 and 169. They are all in very good to fine or fine to very fine condition. The whole set is $400, and that is because that is your origin of Galactus, your first appearance of the Thermal Man, and your first mention of the Creeping Plague, which we were just talking about, got later reintroduced in the Donny Cates run as the Black Winter.
Your spite worked. Jen popped in and picked up that Superboy.
I knew it. The spite was enough.
Zach had asked about if Chen would want that or not, and I was like, you'd probably show it to her, and you might have just forgotten.
I don't know. Well, it worked out anyway.
That or she saw it and said no, and then it's been just like weighing on her since.
Yeah, and then I was like talking all bad about her not wanting it, and now she's like, I gotta show him. I gotta get it. Going on after Replace That Superboy is probably our last book before Last Looks, I think, here. And the one y'all been probably asking for the most. I know, I've been playing with y'all all night, keeping this thing to the last possible minute. But this is going to be Star Wars number 42, very fine minus condition for 175. You got Dengar, the most important bounty hunter, with, you know, the other guys, Bosk and Boba right next to him, going on F. That is your first appearance of Boba Fett in comics. First cameo appearance of Dengar, Bosk, IG-88, and Zuckuss. And your first cameo appearance of Emperor Palpatine in the comics, as well as your debut of the Slave One ship, or now it's just known as Boba Fett ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they renamed that.
They did rename it recently. Well, they didn't rename it. They just call it Boba Fett Starship.
They unnamed it.
Yeah, they removed the name.
Chen says she's always got to prove Zach wrong.
Exactly. That's how it. It's my least favorite pun.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you hear that all the time.
I did it all the time until I wore myself out of it, and I was like, I hate it now. Get rid of some of my sticky notes here before we get to the last looks.
That Thor set on G is an excellent layaway contender.
Yeah, that is a great thing to put on layaway. I mean, especially with Fantastic Four entering the MCU soon, my best guess is either A, in one of the Fantastic Four movies we're going to get Galactus in actual physical form as opposed to a giant black cloud, or the big Avengers event after Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars might be the Galactus thing. So I think now is definitely the time to get in on it at least before next year with the Fantastic Four movie, because I feel like that's when we're going to get our first hinting that Galactus is coming.
George wants to know if you do Darth Vader on C for 18, unit 25.
I can do that for 18.
Yeah, I'm still hoping Star Wars 42 is in very fine minus condition.
Yeah, very fine minus.
It looks real nice, honestly. There's just like small, I think, like color break towards the bottom.
Yeah, let me get a little closer to you.
It looks so good.
Yeah, like, let me see, like, you got...
Okay, you're thinking of... Okay.
Sorry. You got a little bit of like I can't even tell if that's intentional or... I think it's an intentional, one of the stars down here. So really the main thing, you guys got some dings along the spine here. You got this one little groove on the inside there. And then you got this stain here on the front cover. And then you got the tiniest little chip here on the bottom corner.
Oh, there's like a tiny...
and there's that little dent right there that goes along the bottom.
Oh, you're going to go up to the top. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
You are in the banner.
I got you. So there we go. It's right there. But yeah, so it's mostly like tiny things that add up to the very fine minus. It's not like there's a big tear that instantly brings it down.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for
that crease, it would probably be up to very fine near mint.
If it wasn't for that, we probably would have just sent it to get slabbed, because it's gorgeous. Because I brought it over to Zach when I picked it out, and I was like, I need you to talk me out of sending this.
And he was like, that one thing. And
well,
like, yes.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, what's the thing? Because I knew it, and I was like, I just need you to tell me that you agree with me.
I just need you to say it too. Alrighty, well, I think it's about time we get to last looks. So I'm going to do a bit of reorganization on the bottom row, because that's where I usually put all of our keys. So I'm going to take down that.
And Jen also said that your least favorite pun is her new favorite pun.
That's a threat. Should I keep up the sign ones for the bottom row, or should I fill it back up with some of this stuff? Let me actually see what I got.
Probably fill it back up.
Well,
we've got copies.
Yeah, because honestly, like, the only like key books I have left to put up there are Yeah, the only ones I have left, well, I actually have to move down this first onto E. Then I gotta move, I'm gonna take these down. But if you want those signed copies, still just let us know, chat. We can pull them back out of the box over here. And I gotta put our Marvel Spotlight first appearance and origin of Spider-Woman down here on H. And gonna put down this Our Army at War. That's that good condition, $75 on that issue 91 of Our Army at War. It's gonna go down there on I. And now let's get started with Last Looks. For those who haven't watched the show before, Last Looks is when, during the last 15-ish minutes of the show, we go through this box here of everything that didn't sell through the course of the night, put it back up, give you one last chance to either buy it outright or make an offer with us. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty rapid fire going onward. So hope Daniel is ready.
Me too.
Going up first, I'm going to do a couple of our sets. This is going to be that War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha Tommy Lee Edwards variant. Either $25 for the regular version or $60 for the set for both the regular and the Virgin.
Corey wants to know if we do that Star Wars 42 for $130, if it $175.
I can do it for $150. In the meantime, while we wait to hear back from that, we got another one of our covers. I'm going to put both sticking outs on this one. This is the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters #1. This is the set done by McCree. Either, once again, $25 for the regular or the regular, full color cover, or for that black and white version, it is going to be $60 for the set of both of them. There, on B. Oh, they got those out. I gotta turn this thing around. Going up on C, I got Our Army at War #211. This is in fine minus condition for $15. And you got the Easy Company taking on a golden crying statue. On D, come on guys, you gotta get it this time around. This is Spider-Man Life Story issues 1 through 6, all in very fine and near mint, or straight up near mint condition. $40 for that set up here on D.
It's such an incredible story.
It's so good.
It's worth it. I'm surprised. I'm shocked, really. It's still available.
It is so good. Once again, I'm going to take down these variant sets, our exclusive sets. But hey, if you still want one of them, just let us know. It's either I'll give you a little refresher. It's either the Tommy Lee Edwards covers, or the McCree covers. You have both that one and the black and white version for those. So I'm going to put those down in my little box here.
Aaron wants to know if you want to do Spider-Man Life Story for $20 or at $40.
Oh, I can't do it that low. I can do it for $33. Going on A now, I got DC Comics Presents #27 in very fine condition. This is the direct edition copy. Going on A, this is your first appearance of Mongol. Going on B, I got Pinky in the Brain #23, near mint condition for $25. That great Jaws homage there. Replacing our Sergeant Rock on C is Marvel 2-in-1 Annual #7. Very fine condition for $25. First appearance of Champion of the Universe. And we're still waiting on the offer for that one. So
Can you say what Life Story is again? He said not sure what it was, just taking a stab.
I gotcha. So Life Story is a 6-issue miniseries by Chip Zdarsky and Mark Bagley doing art, which is also phenomenal to get that on there. But it is basically, instead of the normal way Comic Time works, where it's just characters don't really age, this takes place in a universe where they age the same way we do. So it jumps from each decade of Spider-Man's life, starting in 1963 and going all the way to the modern day, or at least modern day when this book originally came out in 2019, and just follows Spider-Man's life as if it had progressed normally through history, dealing with issues of, the Vietnam War in the 60s and early 70s, and then dealing with the kind of party, like drug-addled New York City of the 80s, especially when it comes to like Harry Osborn, and then going into it covers all sorts of big storylines in its own unique way throughout Spider-Man's history. It even does Clone Saga better than the Clone Saga could ever accomplish. But yeah, so that's what Life Story is all about. I know I gave that offer for $33 on the full set. Have we heard back a confirmation on that one?
Not yet. And we countered F at 150.
Yeah, we countered 150 on that one on F. Going on D to replace the Spider-Man Life Story is going to be Moon Knight number 12 from the Lumiere run, near mint condition for $12, going up on D. Replacing our DC Comics Presents on A is going to be Captain America number 200, very fine minus condition for $10. Great Jack Kirby cover and art there on A. On
you can go ahead and take F down. I'm gonna give another minute for Corey to respond to his offer. Otherwise, it is going to, or nope, Corey's passing.
Okay, so it's going.
It is going to first in line, Stephen Voorhees.
Alrighty, there you go, Stephen. You got that Star Wars 42 heading your way. Going up now on B is Daredevil number 268, very fine minus condition for $8. Great John Romita Jr. cover there. Going on B. Replacing our Star Wars 42 down there on F is going to be that Star Wars Darth Vader number 20, CGC slab 9.8, the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant cover, which is also your first cover appearance by Mando and Grogu. That is $75 for that 9.8 slab on F. On C, replacing our Marvel 2-in-1 annual is Howard the Duck number 17, fine condition for $5. It's honestly in gorgeous condition. There is just a stain on the top corner on the back of this book. That's going to be up here on C. On D, replacing our Moon Knight number 12 is going to be Mighty Thor 217 in good to very good condition for $5. Replacing our cap on A is Green Lantern number 124. This is in very fine condition for $8. This is, of course, the cover featuring Chad Sinestro. Placing Daredevil on B is going to be Mandalorian, or Star Wars The Mandalorian number 1, near mint condition for $5. Absolutely gorgeous cover going up on B. Placing Howard is that Justice League Quarterly number 14, near mint condition for $5. Beautiful Magnolia cover. First appearance of second Judo Master and first appearance of the third Jack-o'-lantern up there on C.
Would you do D for 3? Give it at 5 for
I'll
11?
I'll do that for 3. Going up now on D is DC Comics Presents number 40. Very fine condition for $5, featuring Superman and Metamorpho.
Did you have a cap on A moment ago?
Yes, I did.
Steven's going to pick that up.
Cool. There's that. Thank you. Going on. I just put that circle, so back over here on Green Lantern. Taking down that Green Lantern and replacing it with Werewolf by Night number 36. Very good minus condition for $5. Werewolf by Night taking on that weird guy who has way too many gimmicks all at once.
Nathan wants to know if you do that Star Wars slab on F for 50. Give it a 75.
I can do it for 65. Get you $10 off that. I'm replacing this Mando on B, and I'm going to replace that with Rom number 41 from Marvel Comics. Very fine near mint condition, teaming up with Doctor Strange to take down the Living Tribunal. Replacing that Justice League Quarterly on C is the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters #1. This is the 1:25 ratio of Boba Fett. Has like I think it's supposed to be like a trading card cover. That's going to be up here on C for $5. We did take an offer on this earlier and sold one at $5. We can't go any lower than that at this point. Wouldn't be fair to him.
He's passing on that slab, but if anybody else wants it for $65.
Anyone else wants that $10 off that slab? That is the book I just put up. Replacing our DC Comics Presents on D is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #62. Very fine condition for $50. This is the final issue of the Mirage Publishing run, going up here on D.
We have, how many copies of C do we have left?
We have 4 left, including the one that's up there.
Steven and Norman are each picking up a copy.
Alrighty. So we got 2 left now. And just put that up so we'll go back on regular A. Replacing our Werewolf by Night on A is going to be that OMAC #6. Fine to very fine condition for $10. Once again, OMAC taking on the average users of the New York City subway system.
The average users.
The average users of the subway system. I mean, average riders, I don't know. Placing our ROM on B is Punisher, the Platoon, 1 through 6. Near mint condition for $25. That is one of the Max series following Punisher in his Vietnam days, up here on B. I'll hold that one off because I don't want to confuse you. On C, replacing that War of the Bounty Hunters is going to be the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe #1, near mint condition for $80, up there on the C spot. Placing our Turtles on D is that 1 in 50 for Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha, with Boba Fett in his gladiator look, also with someone frozen in carbonite. Who's in the background? Just some random guy frozen in carbonite in the background. That's gonna be up here on D. I'm gonna get my space cleared up a bit back here. And did we hear a definitive no on the life story?
We have not, but I mean, you can go ahead and
just toss it in there in case.
Yeah.
All right. Now back over to A. Replacing our OMAC is Simpsons Comics #4. Very fine condition for $25. Once again, this still includes the baseball card of Willie the Dupe Dipkin, who is the second baseman for the in-universe Springfield Isotopes. Going on A. Replacing our Punisher Platoon on B is Tales of the TMNT #47 in very fine condition for $20. The Turtles taking on a robot and a giant rat man. Which is what my ex calls me. Giant rat man. Going on C now. We got Marvel.
You work through some things?
Nah, I'm all good. Marvel Team Up 148 featuring Spider-Man and the Mighty Thor. Near mint condition for $8, up here on C. On D, replacing that War of the Bounty Hunters 1 in 50 is going to be Defenders #84 in fine condition for $15, which is your first battle between Namor and Black Panther.
Good night, Aaron.
Good night, Aaron. Replacing Simpsons on A is the Detective Comics 570, near mint condition for $15. Catwoman fighting Batman while the Joker gets away. It's a new lyric for the Christmas song.
Respect it.
Thank you. Replacing our Tales of the TMNT on B is Thor #1. This is from, I believe, still the most recent run. Great 1 in 25 ratio variant here of Thor taking on Silver Surfer, up here on B. And we did take an offer to get it down to 12 earlier, so we can't go any lower than that. On C, replacing that Marvel team-up is going to be Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Director's Cut, 1:25 ratio, very fine condition for $25 up there on C. Great black and white cover there.
Normal stuff, you A for 7, you have 15.
I can do that one for a flat 10. Replacing our Defenders on D is Spawn, 199, near mint condition for $50. Got Spawn taking on Violator in his full-on demon form there on D. And we're waiting on response for that, so I'm going to put that down here in the meantime. But replacing it on the slot is Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters number 5. This is another one of our Ultimate exclusive covers. $30 for that one up here on A. On B, replacing that beautiful Thor cover is Paper Girls number 1, near mint condition for $25. Yet another beautiful cover going up here, very vibrant with those yellow and pink colors. On C, replacing that black and white variant is Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge. I can't remember what issue this was, like 40 or something like that, or 24.
Something.
Very fine minus condition. It's the Carl Barks reprint, $15 up here on C.
We can't do any deals on the Star Wars on A because one of our...
Yeah, we can't go any lower for those ones. Replacing our Spawn on D is that Incredible Hulk set, issues 40 through 43 from the Jones run. Near mint condition, all of them, $10 for the whole set up there on D. Taking down one of those, they're exclusive on A. Replacing that with a Nova Special number 1. This is the Mark Brooks variant, near mint condition for $5 up here on A. No! Oh, that... You know, if ever a book were to drop, especially this one, it's the best that it dropped perfectly flat on its back. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh. I literally had a heart attack until I heard it like vacuum seal against the ground since all of the surface area was hitting it at once. I was like, oh, thank God.
And the Uncle Scrooge is number 20.
Number 20, all right. My God. We need to fix the lighting. This system does not work with them not being slanted. All right, going on. I just put this up, so I'm taking down this. I think, right? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Replacing that Paper Girls on B is going to be that Spawn 277. This is the Jonathan Hickman variant. Near mint minus condition for $60 there. Really cool abstract, like, floor design cover. It's really weird, but really cool. That's up there on B. Replacing our Scrooge on C is the Age of Rebellion 9-issue set. Near mint condition for $50. This is all 9 issues of the one-shots that fill up the Age of Rebellion storyline.
Which Werewolf by Night is that on E? Is it the first Moon Knight?
It is the second appearance Moon Knight, which is still a really good get. But yeah, that is issue number 33 of Werewolf by Night, which is Moon Knight's second appearance. I just put that up. Replacing our Hulk on D is Spawn number 29, near mint condition for $5. This is your first appearance of Eddie, who is your third Redeemer later on in the series. Going up on A to replace Nova now is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 90, very fine minus condition for $35. This is a newsstand as well, and it is your second appearance of the black symbiote suit.
Joe's picking up that werewolf on E.
Sweet.
Just in the future, just make sure we're making claims using the letter and what is on the space. And then also make sure you fill out our sheet, our form in the pinned comments.
Yeah, pin comment or in the description of the show. That just lets us know, hey, where are we sending these books to, and hey, how are you paying for them? I think we're sending out invoices tomorrow for this week. Yep. So keep an eye out on your email address for that invoice on PayPal. But yeah, let me get back to the last looks now. But yeah, thank you for picking up that amazing Werewolf by Night. Going on D to replace that Jonathan Hickman cover of Spawn is Daredevil number 12 from the Quesada run. Near mint condition for $15. Guest appearance by Echo and the beautiful cover done by Quesada as well. Going up on B.
Eddie wants to know if you do A for 20 or 35.
I can do that one for... I can do it for 26. And then, what am I up to? I'm up to C. Get rid of this Age of Rebellion on C. And I'm going to replace it with Spawn number 30. Near mint condition for $8 on C.
26 on A works.
Cool. I actually have 2 copies, both in the same condition. So if anyone else wants that second appearance of the Black Symbiote suit, very fine minus condition, and newsstand, let us know. It is now $26 instead of $35. Let me update that sticky for y'all.
Playtime is going to be on Tuesday. We're going to be auctioning that off on
Yeah.
the Tuesday show on the 7th.
Yep, Tuesday show next week.
Show starts at 7 p.m. So you're going to make sure you want to get there early when that one starts.
Yeah, we usually the show starts at 7, but we usually start up the stream around 6:45. So if you want to get here early and just pop in at 6:45 and just chill and hang out until it starts at 7, that's always a great way of doing it and making sure you're there from the very start, so you get all the books available instead of just what you see and then last looks.
Eastern time zone. That's probably important.
Yeah, Eastern time zone. Yeah, that is also very important. Well, I guess I'm going to fill out our board just putting this on E. This is Spawn number 34, near mint condition for $5. That great Violator in clown form cover there. It's going to go there on E, and that officially puts us through all of our books for last looks. So, I'm going to give you all about, 30 seconds to a minute catch up. See if you want to put any last minute offers or bids or try and claim something here in the last second. We will be keeping an eye out. I'm going to put some of these books back in my box down here.
Also, thank you for filling out the sheet.
Yes,
Joe.
thank you for filling out the sheet.
That.
Did we ever hear back about the detective? No. Alrighty. Whew. Well, I think next week I won't be here for the Tuesday show. I'll be just back here again for just the Thursday show next week. So you won't get a double dose of Zach next week. I know you're all so bummed out and sad about it, but you got those great Bad Idea books to look forward to on Tuesday instead. But in the meantime, I think it's probably a good place to stop right now. Doesn't seem like anyone's putting any last minute offers. But yeah, thank you all again for watching. Always love doing this. Always love y'all. Can't wait to see you next Thursday. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you next issue, y'all.